Hey, yeah.
Things went a little weird the last time we played. Um, you guys got visited by Exothanter, who, surprise, surprise, you guys didn't destroy his phylactery.
You
Um,
realize
you
your
thought you,
Bowser
like,
rights theme
legitimately,
song
you guys
right now?
thought you
I
did,
do.
but it was, you've destroyed a red herring. Um, and he showed up and asked you guys for a soul as payment and said he wanted to mentor you. Um, well, it turned out that you guys, so far, nobody wanted the mentoring, but you did provide him a soul. You're the person that you went into Castle Barovia with Casimir to rescue is his long lost sister. Turned out she was kind of a jerk.
Sociopath.
But turns out Petrina was not a nice person. And when you guys gave her Uza's mount to go and do something, instead she went to kidnap Lady Wachter, figuring you guys wouldn't be too sad about Lady Wachter being gone, to deliver to the Lich. And then you guys had a big confrontation. We got to have a fun little combat where you guys were trying to convince Lady Wachter through the other side of the barrier to not give up as she was getting stabbed.
A lot.
That was cool. I liked that. I had a lot of fun with that.
I burned a lot of resources in that fight.
Yeah.
That fucking counter magic hurts.
That's why you gotta be invisible.
Well, then at the end, Lady Wachter survived. Katrina fled to Kresk via teleport.
That's fucking teleport.
And she almost died by having like multiple.
She nearly telefragged herself.
What was it, like 3-4 mishaps in a row?
Yeah, it was something. I think she was at like
1 HP.
Yeah.
God. She was at
Yeah.
1. I remember that clearly. 1 HP.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Come on,
What?
it would have been just amazing to just wander into Kresk later and just see a puddle of
That's great,
chunky
buddy, but I'm
souls
gonna
on the
go play my
road.
game, okay? You guys can keep those pictures and show me them tomorrow, okay? Deal? Okay. You guys need to go get ready for bed soon, okay? Because it's 8 o'clock. All right. So, at this point, Exothanter has told you guys what every single one of these does. Every single amber sarcophagus, you now know what the gift is and what the cost is. You also know that if this is specifically for you, Hyacinth, because you're the ritual caster, right? I think nobody else can copy rituals into a ritual book. Is that right? Because I know Uza has them, but I don't think you can copy them, right?
I have rituals, but only from cleric.
Okay. Whereas Hyacinth is ritual caster, so you can like you're a you have like the wizard thing, but only for rituals.
Yep.
And you've been told that Exothanter has every spell in his library. If you bring him 2 more souls, he will give you unlimited access to his library.
Yeah, you sure do.
Alright, so back to kidnapping Strahd.
Yeah, so at this point, it's cold here.
Not for me. I feel great, guys.
Yeah, well, for those of you who cold matters, it's cold here.
Yeah.
My bling continues to grow.
You should let me hold on to that ring for a little bit. Just a couple seconds to get warm.
Honestly, yeah, I will happily share that around so we don't just all cripple ourselves with cold.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's not that cold.
Fuck you.
Alright. So, I pasted a bunch of stuff into... I'll have to update the Dark Gifts thing. But meanwhile...
You don't got it.
Yeah, no, I'll update it. It's fine. I just want you guys to know, what your options are. But while I'm doing that, I assume you guys, are you resting or are you just going to get on the move? Because right now she's really far away. I'm going to move you guys onto the main map because unless something relevant happens here, I don't think anything relevant's happening here.
Yeah, I don't want to fight a lich right now.
Right now, it's
Well, here's the
it's
thing.
pretty
She
far
burned
away.
a lot of her spell slots.
And a lot of her
Health.
Mm-hmm. So
A
she's
lot of
probably
her
gonna get.
life.
I assume she's gonna get some variety of rest in.
Where the hell was Krez?
Kresk
Northwest.
is in the northwest. Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
all the
a-
way up there. That's right.
I mean, you could probably like kill your horse with exhaustion by just like riding him up there at constant full speed.
then summon a
But-
new one.
I could do that. That's gonna burn a level 4 slot though. It's less than fun, and I'm low on slots as it is. Also, we got to get Lady Walker back. I want this woman dead, but that they're still kids. That I mean,
Now, I forget. Did we talk to her about the kids at all last time we played?
yeah, she's still using them as chips. She's not gonna tell. She didn't tell us where they are. Only that if we bring her back, they will be fine.
Mhm.
I think the wording she used specifically is she says, "Are the kids okay?" And she said that depends on you.
Yeah. So, yeah, my stance is children's first.
Okay. So Lady Walker,
I will
She's
quietly
bleeding.
keep my potion to myself.
she's bleeding pretty profusely. Did anybody offer her healing?
Yeah, didn't I give her a
That's you might have. I'm not sure. That's what I'm looking for.
Let me check the.
Healing back
I'm checking.
slaps.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
see any healing back slaps.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of. Oh yeah, there's my big. She took 28 damage from a mishap. She took 3d10 and she took 28 from 3d10. And then she took 9 and then she took 12. Yeah, she had 3 mishaps in a row.
I apparently already used my healing backslap. I don't recall what I used it on.
I think it was on Casimir.
Was that?
Knocked him out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
How good that did.
What's everyone else at? Did anyone take any damage?
I'm at full as far as my sheet says. I am at
Yeah.
full.
Same.
I still have my sanctuary going since I didn't attack or anything. So
Okay. All right. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna hit her with a.
Okay, sounds good.
Get her to at least reasonably stable. I don't want to.
Yeah, I got you. Boys, I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second, guys.
I forgive
Why
you
do
one
you?
day.
I want to know. I want you both to explain to me. You guys were totally quiet the entire time before I put headphones on and started playing, right? Both of you, totally quiet, just drawing, doing perfect job of just not being as loud as possible. And then I started playing my game and talking to people, and you both heard that I started talking to people. So you both decide to just make loud fart noises and scream immediately as soon as I start playing. Do I have this wrong, or is this exactly what happened? Okay, you guys are gonna go get ready for bed early because you can't respect that there are other people around you. It's one thing if you were just talking, guys, but you guys just, I think, on purpose made as much noise as possible.
Probably. Kids are assholes.
My kids.
No, kids in general are assholes.
Well, I know
Anyway.
kids can be violent, but I don't know if I've ever seen a child general.
fuck you.
I'm gonna eat Uza.
Now it's
Okay.
D&D.
Don't eat Uza, it'll spoil
All
your
right,
dinner.
so she heals for 10. All right, that ups her back to. She doesn't have a lot of hit points, so that's a big one. She's still got some superficial cuts on her, but one of the pretty deep ones goes away. Kieran, what do you need,
Throw
buddy?
salt on it.
Gus was punching me because
Yes.
Salt her.
told him he
We've got to season her. Yes, of course. I'll get the lemon. Hold on.
Hold on, guys.
Tell them to suck a lemon.
Fuck you.
No.
Too late.
Oh, what? Oh, well, apparently we fucked each other, Mike. I wasn't aware of that happening.
You hussies.
I don't know how I'm gonna tell Jen this.
I don't think she'll be surprised.
No, she still thinks I'm straight-ish. I'm looking at a list of all-time best-selling indie games for the Switch, and there's a game called Graceful Explosion Machine.
What?
Good.
That's a great name. I have no idea what it's about, but
Graceful
great name.
explosions.
Yeah, Graceful Explosion Machine.
Man, that Zelda version of Crypt of the Nectar Dancer looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Too bad I suck at and therefore don't like rhythm games.
Oh yeah. I totally won't play it because I'll scream. But it looks pretty.
The jump rope minigame on Super Mario Odyssey made me want to throw my Joy-Con.
Did you make sure to do it while on a motorcycle?
Yes.
That made it harder.
Yes.
It's supposed to make it easier because it has
Yeah.
faster jumps.
Yeah, I couldn't get the timing right. So, right around 50, I closed my eyes and just spammed the jump button. It worked.
Good.
If it had better recording, I would have recorded it. It only records like 30-second clips,
Let Jesus take the wheel.
basically. First time I did that, I got up to 94. I was like, god damn it. Then I couldn't get past 70 for a little bit. And then I got to 117. So yay! The volleyball one was kind of annoying, but that's only because it started out slow.
Oh, can't wait for Sekiro.
Yeah, that looks great.
When is it coming out?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how they managed to fit the Moonlight Sword in this one. But with the prosthetic laser arm.
That'd be cool.
I hope Patches can show up too. It takes so long for AJ to eat his children.
They are chewy and full of gristle.
That is true.
You gotta get the internal temperature to above 160, otherwise you're just risking badness, disease.
Badness disease.
Yeah,
Oh,
badness
no.
disease.
Oh.
Umbrella Academy's pretty good. I just finished the first season. Now I don't read the comics.
I've heard it's good.
I was surprised by the child actor being so good. Like, I've seen him occasionally whenever the kids watch the Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, whatever.
What?
That's a show he was originally on. Nickelodeon, I think.
Ricky Ticky Tavi or some shit? Or, I don't know, but
Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn.
nope, never heard of it.
That's a show the number 5
think-
actor was on.
I'm gonna assume you're lying to me again because that is your life.
He's also UN ambassador, a Goodwill ambassador.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life. At the age of 14, youngest one ever.
How did that work out?
Good for him. I guess if a child just manages to not be a bastard, then they just get that. It's like, I don't understand. A middle schooler? And he's normal?
I don't think that can happen ever.
It doesn't compute.
Never keep stealing my shit all the fucking time.
Have you considered suplexing her?
Remember, you
She
can't
is
spell
too heavy.
suplex without soup.
Yes, you can.
Anyway, my kids are awful. What are we doing? I have no idea. Are we playing D&D tonight?
Probably.
Nah, I'm not quite feeling it.
Fuck off.
I want Mike to tell me more about his soup.
Dude, I'm like a step away from being like, all right, see you guys next week, and just backing out.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm ready when you
Kieran?
are, if you want.
I'm good.
You're gonna tell me right now what you're doing. You're gonna tell me right now what you're doing. You didn't brush your teeth. You didn't brush your teeth. Tell me why you came out if you knew you weren't ready for bed. Were you just hoping I would forget that teeth brushing was a thing so you wouldn't have to do it? So tell me why you came out when you weren't ready for bed. What? Go brush your teeth. Come on.
Your dad voice is making me feel guilty, and I haven't done anything. Yeah.
Or have you?
You know what you've done.
All right. Somebody punch Exothanter or something so we can get this lively.
Well,
Somebody punch
I,
him.
I healed Walker, so
Yeah. All right.
and I say regardless, we know where she's attempting to hide. I don't doubt that she could survive in the wilderness out here, but she might be attempting to seek shelter in a town. She's got magic. She might be able to affect the minds of people around
She
her.
was Strahd on, and she's at Kresk. Isn't she trying to get healed by the Abbey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She went to the monastery there with the fucking beastmen.
And the abbot, who is so polite.
Very polite and super creepy.
He was healing people.
Hey, listen. Exothanter is very polite too.
And
Yes,
he's
but
also
he-
super creepy.
He's also terrifying.
I can't see his skin.
What skin?
Exactly. That explains why I can't see it.
It's on the inside. Well, I could pop out a riding horse and just let Walker go on her way and hope she makes it home.
I was gonna say I could send her on Chrysor, but I have my concerns that I don't know how merciless her emergency procedures would be. Uzo wants to check on the kids, but he's okay with whatever. I can also send Chrysor to drop her off.
She says she looks to you guys because you guys are actually having this conversation in front of her, presumably.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, that depends on how lucky you are."
I'm gonna look at her. What do you mean?
She says, "My people have instructions if I'm not returned within several hours to make sure that the children of my enemies don't radicalize."
Fine.
However, she says,
Mhm.
you know how folk can be. Sometimes they have difficulty doing what needs to be done.
Very well. I'll take her back. If if you all wish to pursue, I can catch up to you guys pretty quickly.
Probably, yeah.
So I can go and I will drop her. I will take her back home and I will check on the kids. It's quite clear that they are my priority. So hostilities aside, for the purposes of getting you back safely to your town. A truce then for today. And that's to Wachter.
She says, for today.
Okay.
I was thinking about asking Exocanther something, but I don't think I
No,
can
he's
do
still
it
here.
personally. I'm thinking about how to word it, because also I don't want to.
I mean, you can tell me what you're trying to ask without, like,
basically
forcing it to be out loud.
I was in character, it'd probably be something like, how can you see without those eyes? But then in the end, it's kind of leading to see if he has true sight. But I don't think my character knows what that is, so I guess the question would be something along the lines of, are you the one that was scrying on us previously?
Oh yeah. We were gonna ask that.
Because if I knew about true sight, and if he had it, first I would ask if there was an orb floating around now, but since I can't really do that, because I wouldn't be in character, I'd just ask him about ask him if he was the one scrying on us.
He says, on this occasion, no.
Oh dear.
He says, you were Strahd on.
Indeed.
He says, well, good luck to you then.
Yeah, you know who it was. Damn it.
Connection was interrupted. No.
Yeah, my connection was interrupted too, which sucks because I'm trying to edit all these dark gifs and like it's not going to save. I'm going to be really mad about it.
Copy it to the clipboard and then just paste it back in.
Yeah, I will. I don't know how. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool.
Excuse me.
Quiet, boys.
I'm not going with Uza. I need to go kill this bitch. I want to go track her down at Kresk.
That's okay. I honestly don't know if Chrysor could carry 3 of us, especially if you're
Okay,
one of them.
so the current plan is Uza's going to go back to Valaki with Lady Wachter, and the rest of you, are you guys going to all rest here? How long are you going to stay? Or are you just going to get on the road right away?
Oh, yeah.
We can't really rest here unless because we don't really have a tiny hut.
Of Alduza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is travel time without Chrysor or otherwise magic, or even horses in a cart anymore. How are we going to get to Kresk without giving her more time to move or heal herself? Our options are limited.
That's true. We're gonna have to go across the bridge that has a giant hole in it again.
I still got a slot.
Yeah.
Go what?
You get,
Spell slot.
Oh, nice.
or you could get carried by the Shield Guardian and take a rest.
It's so fucking weird.
You laugh, but like
No, it would work. It's funny to picture him
I'll
just
do
like,
it.
cradling you like a baby all the way.
I didn't sleep. I will absolutely let the Shield Guardian cradle me like a baby.
that is very true.
Hey, maybe now that you appeased Exocanther for the time being, you can sleep tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I
Knowing
mean, you're slightly less frightened now that you know you don't owe him a soul.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
also
a-
those
that's a good
screams
relief.
of the soul.
Yeah, that was
devoured.
not okay.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
The echoes of a soul being devoured. Yeah, it was not. Did you guys ever watch the? Did you guys ever watch
Nope.
the? Did you guys ever watch? Okay. There was an episode. There was like a clip where there was these shadow devourers or something like that, and like if they got to you, you were just immediately instantly dead.
Oh wait, was
but,
this
like,
the library
as-
episode?
Silence in the Library.
Yeah. Who turned out the lights?
I love
Yeah.
that episode.
Yeah, that's what I imagine this was kind of like.
Awful.
Who turned out the lights?
All right, so I'm setting off to drop off Wachter. I'll let you guys do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, first we'll figure out like if you guys want to talk because Mike's gonna get a bit of talking time on the way, so we'll let Mike sit for a little bit. In the meantime, while he takes off, Lady Wachter reluctantly gripping onto your back as she's never really ridden one of these things before.
Get romantic.
I can show you the ground.
So, Axothanter, you guys, you leave. He says, "So this was an interesting day, wasn't it?"
That's only the start of it.
It's never a dull day in Barovia. Not for us.
I want to go home.
He says, "With a place this intriguing, why would you want home to be anywhere else?"
Home is warmer.
Yeah.
He says, "I understand."
You reptiles and your filthy cold blood.
He says, "Well, while you're here, have any of you thought about the dark gifts?"
I'm gonna look him in the eye and say, I desire to keep my teeth and I have the strength I require.
For now.
We can have dogs.
Get out of here. No, we can't have dogs. I can pull out my mastiffs that are also in my clothes.
Again.
He says,
Good.
He says, for now, but what happens when the gift expires?
Well, we can't take the same gift twice, can we?
No, but some gifts have more lasting effects.
The
I will
drawbacks
make
are
do
much
with
silly.
I will make do with what I have or I will die.
But you could die 3 times.
If Rosalind actually says that, I'm gonna shoot you the dirtiest look.
He looks at you and he cocks his head and he says, "You choose death?"
I intend to make this place pay well for my life.
But you're strong of will, correct? Power is important to you. You wouldn't have accepted other gifts if it wasn't. But
He's not wrong.
you would.
It's a risk to use these
He seems a little.
ultimates. I lose myself if I rely too heavily.
A bit of perspective, by the way, on why he's so confused. He's a lich.
Yeah.
His entire life is gaining power, yeah. Or
And-
unlife is gaining power.
Yeah, and beating death. Right? And you're telling him that, like,
Am I just challenging his entire worldview right now?
yes. Yes, he's looking at you like, what do you mean?
Okay. Time for some culture clash right here. I'm gonna look at him and ask him if he knows more about my people rather than just we like to chew on things.
I'll give him a check. He knows some things. I don't know how much he knows though, because he's been here for a long time.
Yeah, I imagine Barovia doesn't have any native lizard folk populations.
All right. The Dark Gifts page, by the way, has been updated.
Good.
Anybody wants to review
You
those?
motherfucker.
They're there. I'm just saying.
Hey, you covered up my artwork.
What artwork?
Okay. I didn't put the two big ones. You destroyed one of them, and then the other one,
No one.
the other one, you know. Oh, he is going to tell you, by the way. I kind of forgot he would have gone over this. There's a sarcophagus that you guys touched and didn't tell you anything, and that she did touch. Was the south sarcophagus in that one room. You guys destroyed the one that was the vampire. There was one of resurrecting the long dead, and then the dark gift of Tenenbrous. You have to have a committed soul, and you have to be able to cast the most powerful of wizard spells.
Yeah, that was the one that we suspect makes liches.
It is the gift is the secret of lichdom.
So that's why she got Lady Wachter. Not to feed him, but to appease the dark gift.
Yeah, called it.
Yeah, you fucking called that.
Yeah.
Well, the gift, the gift itself, and he'll explain this to you guys because he's still hopeful that maybe one of you will change your mind when you come of age.
I am a
Teaching
man.
you how to craft a phylactery and imbue it with the power to contain the beneficiary's soul, and to concoct a potion of transformation. Constructing a phylactery takes about 10 days. Potion takes about 3 days. They cannot be crafted concurrently. So, she definitely knows how to do it, and she's definitely willing, but
It'll take her a while.
it'll take her some amount of time.
So we gotta kill her before she makes any of that stuff.
Or she'll kill you.
Yeah, we
He says
win.
very matter-of-factly. Anyway, as far as what does Exothanter know about... Guys, stop it, in the corner. As far as what does Exothanter know about your people? That would be a nature check.
Oh yeah.
He is not skilled in nature checks.
I
So
trust
he's
his
just going to
intelligence.
He knows everything.
I regret clicking that because now that it's on stream. Thank you, Mike.
He says yes, back when I was human, I spent many months as a scholar studying your people. But it seems like a lifetime ago, many lifetimes ago actually. Yes, you live on through your children. Yes.
I live
You
on
can't
through
trust-
my children, and I gather the strength of my ancestors. I intend to get out of this place so that I can pass on my strength to the future generations. They will eat this corpse and gain my power, as I have gained the power of my ancestors. The cycle continues for as long as we exist.
He says the sun does not shine here, not since the dark powers deigned to contain this place.
Holy shit, does he predate Strahd? Fuck you!
Yeah. He says the sun provides warmth, and merely on the sun's life, the plants can grow. But a tree only requires the sun. An animal requires to eat much more than a tree does. Yes. You must eat a great deal more food than a grazing animal does.
This is
Every
true.
time you try to absorb the power of something else, some of it is lost. It's not, you don't gain all of the energy from the sun, from the animal. So much of it is just wasted. As is with people. As it is with us. You may pass down your knowledge, your strength to your children, but there's some aspect of you that dies with you. All your experience, your knowledge, wasted. All the lessons you learned must be learned again. A trap a pitfall that you surpass, one of your children may succumb to. And for what? You already learned that lesson. But because you had to die, because it was the natural way, they had to die too?
He's trying to convince you to multi-class wizard. Don't do it.
Learning the experiences ourselves gives us more knowledge than reading it secondhand.
He says, but what would give
Worldly
you more
experience.
knowledge? He says, but what would give you more knowledge is surviving to gain that more experience yourself.
And that is what
says,
my
"Tell me."
people have done for generations.
He says, tell me, you all attacked me right now with my full strength. What do you think would happen?
We would hurt you before we died.
He says, precisely. But why?
Because we're petty.
I am. He says, I am but one creature. You are many. You have powerful weapons, a powerful guardian with you. Why would I win?
I'm tired.
Aisha just wants to say because magic is bullshit and just fucking walk off, but he can't do that.
He says, granted.
Instant kill mechanic.
Let's say you camp outside, gain your full strength, recover all of your spells and all of your magic. Let's say you even bring in potions, and you storm back in here. Do you think you'd be able to defeat me then? Perhaps, but perhaps not. How does one creature, me who, by all accounts, used to be a man, how do I defeat you? One
Okay,
could
let
say
me
it's-
explain action economy to you.
I can't believe a fucking lizard folk is having a philosophical standoff with a fucking lich.
It's great.
Because-
It's always you. That's why it's
He
so
says-
good.
Perhaps you can blame it on my magic. And that's true. This form is resilient in a way that my mortal form was not. But most of my power doesn't come from that. My lichdom merely granted me the longevity to learn, to grow. Cheating death allowed me to grow. Are you stronger than you were as a young man? Or not young man, as a young creature, lizard folk.
Yes.
Imagine if your body didn't fail you in your old age. Imagine if you felt just as strong today, your bones didn't ache, your skin and scales were still just as tough as ever. Imagine what you could do with the knowledge that you have now, with the body that you had then. Imagine 30, 50 more years of experience with the same strength of body. Imagine what you could do with that.
Yeah, but then people could stick their hand through me. I go to put my hand through his ribcage.
He is gonna just vaporize you.
He's actually kind of friendly. Are you actually going to do that?
Yeah.
He says,
Joke's on you. I'm not ticklish anymore.
I was going to say, joke's on you. I have a paralyzing touch.
he says, There are costs.
It's always
Of
a
course.
cost.
If it was important to me.
Wait a minute, please. There are costs. I make no bones about that.
Fall off your horse.
No, he's not that clever. Not this time.
It's also a bad joke.
He's
Sorry,
he
go ahead.
says
He's
If it
currently
was
in a
in-
salesman pitch right now, so yeah.
if it was important to me to look like you do, to regain the mortal body I once owned, I could. But there are much greater pursuits. How many hours in a day would you spend searching through a market for a green shirt instead of a red one?
That pursuit is trivial.
I'm gonna look down and say none.
He
I'm
says,
just wearing a loincloth, man.
right. He says exactly. The form I wear is just a form. My appearance does not matter. In fact, it helps me in many regards for those who would otherwise challenge me. His eyes, empty eye sockets with glowing red lights pierce into you for just the briefest of moments. And oh yeah, this guy's terrifyingly powerful flashes across your mind again.
Oh, right. He could pull my organs out my eyes. I forgot.
He says,
Hmm.
I am merely a steward of this sort of knowledge. I will not force it upon you. And your debt is paid. You are free to explore any place other than my quarters.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Can you turn up the heat?
Hit you with a
He says-
fireball.
This place.
He says, I do not fear the cold.
I don't either, but it hurts.
He says, there are things to be done about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one
Not
of
gonna
those.
become a lich.
No, I'm pretty sure one of the dark powers makes
He says,
you
no.
immune to cold
It's
or
just-
something. In exchange for
Yeah.
being fire vulnerable
Oh yeah.
or terrified of it.
Yep. The dark gift of Dilbon, the star of ice and hate.
Yeah. I won't have to fear the cold, but I'd end up fearing the
Kieran
or
said,
the fire.
I'm just imagining him just doing a little Vanna White like reveal of that altar just out of nowhere, just ha.
actually, Kieran, stand up. Just don't mess with my stuff. I need to see what you're doing, buddy. Yep. Guys, go to bed. Kieran, read for 30 minutes. Good night, buddy. You can go say good night to Mom. My greatest weapon is boredom.
Is that you or the
Ex-
Lich saying that?
no, it's me. So, Exavanter, he says, if you'll excuse me, I would like to retreat into my study. He looks to you, Hyacinth. He says, if you are interested in casual, non-committal discussions of the arcane, join me in my library.
I'll think about it.
He's gonna bone you.
I don't like the words you say.
Okay. Uza,
Yes!
Did
you
fuck
guys
her
take
yet?
off. You guys take off.
Your clothes.
Sorry. No, stop it. I actually need to check something with her real quick. Forgive me.
You got to generate her stats using the fatal system.
Oh, God.
Anal circumference.
Actually, I need to check something with the lady because she might actually want to change what she's doing. Hold on, maybe not.
Just
As you're flying, she stabs me in the back. Why? Why though?
You know why?
Nature.
Shut up. I'm kicking you off the horse.
I'm not on the horse.
You're gonna be. I'm gonna make you a horse.
Okay. Now, Lady Walker, she's, nice.
No, she's not.
She's
Yeah.
clutching at her stomach still as you guys fly through the air, and she says,
I'm pregnant.
You've made the right choice, Uza. The greater good must be served. You understand.
Now's the time for her sales pitch.
At this point, yeah, Uza's response is going to be probably to turn. And say, I don't think we'll ever see. I don't think we'll ever agree on what the greater good is, but we don't have to be enemies.
She says, No, we don't. You've made that difficult, though. You oppose the lord of these lands.
Tell me something.
He beat up his horse.
I'm no stranger to fealty, but
Stranger.
Lord of this land is far from normal. What does he do to inspire such loyalty in you?
She says, My family has been loyal to him for generations. He has uplifted us.
I see.
He has his ambitions. Sometimes his anger gets the best of him. But he's the rightful ruler of this place. It is his dynasty, as it is our dynasty to serve him.
So, inwardly, I've interacted with her kind of at close range. She's a pretty shrewd negotiator, and she's perceptive.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else I can tell about her? As in, my personal read on her is that she's loyal out of feeling protected by being on the same side as power. And
Indoctrinated is the word you're looking for.
And that because of the power that she represents, she gets to feel its effects, and in effect is kind of protected. Because, and I'm just guessing here, and this isn't a question for you, AJ, this is just speculation aloud. I'm guessing that the reason that she was able to exist in an anti-Strahd town as a very visible Strahd supporter is because people feared that maybe if they just killed her or kicked her out, it would call the wrath of Strahd down upon them directly. Whereas the festivals and all that stuff was a good placebo, but nobody wanted to kick that hornet's nest. So I'm guessing that she's had a pretty fair life. I don't get the sense that she's the type to appeal to pity, and that she feels that her station is earned. And this is where I'm actually getting back to the question I have for you, AJ. And that's, can I sense any crack in her exterior? Anything that says that somewhere down there she's got fear, or somewhere down there she's got anger, or somewhere down there she's got something beyond. In short, does she 100% buy into this rhetoric of, oh yes, he's absolutely the Lord and he takes care of us? Because she might genuinely believe that, but I'm going to turn and kind of stare. I want to know if there's even the slightest hint amidst all the trauma of the afternoon.
Make me an advantaged charisma or advantaged insight, because like the best chance you got. This is the most you've ever interacted with her.
Yeah.
And you have her in a pretty
Ooh.
vulnerable spot. Ooh.
Yeah.
I turn around. I've got lich eyes. Just
No, no.
I see into your soul. I find you wanting.
Jesus. Fucking Ghost Rider up in here.
I mean, kinda. You just need to set your horse on fire.
Bits of papers all over the floor
There's like cardboard shredded.
because we're breaking that apart and then throwing that away. I'll take care of it. They were ripping that up from me, and I was going to pick it up.
We're supposed to see people in the morning. Right?
Yeah, I know.
You are aware.
I'll get everything out of here tonight.
Okay.
Hey, Beck. That was a box that they were tearing up because it was like all over the place.
Are they throwing it away?
I'm probably going to take care of that because I need them to just go to bed. Gus is supposed to be going to bed now, and he just decided not to. Okay. What's up, Beck? Sorry, I'm in trouble because my kids left a mess. What the heck was I just saying? Oh yeah, you made a ridiculous insight check. Okay. What you're gathering from her is that you catch some twitch. It's really subtle, but you're catching specifically her emphasis on family. You don't know this for certain, but the way she lingers on family makes you think that she might not think necessarily that Strahd is best for everyone. And she may not think that, she may also think that maybe somebody else could be better, but that she makes the moves and makes the plays and keep her family in his good graces.
Yeah.
Because that's the best result for her and for them. And keeping her family loyal to him is the best way to keep her family prosperous. And that there's not, like, if you view Strahd as invulnerable, which, you know, everybody does.
Yeah.
And he is in it, like, you know, I for one, what the heck is that meme?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I for one support our alien overlords or something.
Right.
And I remind you, I can be used to ensnare and trap others to work in your underground slayers.
I for one welcome our new robot overlords.
Right. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
It's that sort of like, maybe she knows, right? Maybe she knows how bad he is, and maybe she knows that if she helped support and topple him, the land would get better, but it wouldn't get better for her or her family because somebody who opposed him would go down. And like with the way that things are set up now, her family does benefit, and she, you know, maybe she's not willing to take that gamble. It's a selfish position, absolutely, totally selfish, but it also mirrors what a lot of people in our real, actual world do. Republicans. Excuse me, sorry.
Wow.
All right. I see. I'm gonna say, kind of, after she mentions that, you know, the line about, you know, like my family has always been, you know, loyal to Strahd, and, you know, and he has elevated this place. And look around, just kind of like cast a glance out over the The sweeping forests full of monsters. Just look at her and just say aloud, "This is a land of fear and nightmares. And in such a place, power is safety. The kind of power that Strahd possesses is very real, and even his word carries it. But it's not escape, and it is not rescue." And turn around and say, "But you have strength. You are the human, or you have will that I have not seen except in very few. And you are the human face of Strahd's rule. I hope your humanity can turn that power into something good." And that's all. I'm gonna turn back around and.
As a reminder, by the way, as you're flying, the light from the beacon shines all over the land.
We did that.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
That's a nice backdrop.
The one place it doesn't reach, now that you've flying, the one place the light doesn't hit is the castle.
There's that little castle diagram. They just pushed it up in the way to create a perfect Ravenloft shadow as it passes.
Nice.
Okay, no, that's really all. I know that a lot of people in the party want her dead because she backed Strahd, or for vengeance reasons, because she's using kids as a hostage.
Mostly that.
Uza's he doesn't like it, but he doesn't. He wants, as long as the kids are safe. He's been in this town, in this plane long enough to realize that sometimes life is the best you can hope for if the only other option is an excess of more bloodshed, and that's something he'll never be comfortable with. So it's his genuine wish to convey that she's got real power and she has will. I just hope it's something that the people of this place benefit from.
I mean, think of it this way too: with her getting the kind of nuclear option, what choice did you guys leave her? Right?
Oh no, I figured
she's a bad person, right? Like, there's no debate there. But like, if you have no scruples, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this party of practically invulnerable people show up, right? Like at this point, you guys can walk into any building you want. Nobody can stop you, right? And you're very obviously okay. You can walk into almost any building, and nobody can stop you.
Unless there's a lich.
So, if you're immortal, what do? Right? You don't have force, so what levers do they have to push? That, like, appealing to your humanity is the only lever she's got. And because she knows that you guys would just oppose her. Like, if she was peaceful and didn't dangle something like that, you guys would just take her out.
No, I get it. It's the she needs a defense, and against not everybody, but against Uza, it's a good one. But that's also
most of you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like even Beishra is like, children are his weak spot. Children are the one place where he has morality that coincides with normal creatures. It's like children of the future. So if you say like, yeah, like the rest of your morality is blue and orange, but that one it's just like,
yeah, it's an important one.
You gotta nurture future generations, otherwise we die. God damn it, people.
So no, ultimately that's the reason I wanted to have this conversation right now, is because at least in this moment, of everyone in our party, I feel like Uzo would be one of the ones that carries the least actual threat. And she doesn't have anyone around her to posture for besides me. So if I'm going to have any shot at maybe inspiring any kind of good, that was it. That was right. I didn't really have any questions for her. I'm content with a silent ride the rest of the way back.
Sounds good. Okay, so you guys ride in to town. As you come in, all the guards are currently assembled in the market. You
All
see
right.
fingers shoot up to see you.
Accidentally just shoot you down.
Yeah, no. You are you landing with any particular gusto, or are you just going to land right in the middle of the square? Or are you going to take her to her house? What's your plan here?
Yeah, I'll take her to her house.
Okay.
I imagine they're gonna see me coming. Like I'm not
Oh,
flying
yeah.
super crazy high.
Yeah, no. As soon as you come in, all the guards just kind of like actually take off at a sprint towards you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna land, hop down, and help her off. She's still pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah. She jumps off. She thanks you for the little ride. She says, "I will give one of the children back. I, of course, will keep one of them under my wardom."
Okay. I'll give a nod, and then as I imagine as guards are getting a little closer, time to go.
Okay.
If that is the one thing that I accomplished here today, I will take it.
I mean, it's definitely a thing.
It is.
You're definitely further than you were before as far as negotiations go. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of you, that was assuming you weren't going at like super breakneck speed to try to like.
Screaming the whole way.
Yeah. Everybody at this point is gonna have gotten short resting. So, yay! All of our spells back and such.
Oh, mine.
So-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so very rested.
You guys kind of you can get it's cold here, but you know what? Exophanter, he's gonna be nice. Exophanter's gonna
turn up
tell you
the heat a little bit.
It's gonna
no.
set
He
fire.
if you come into his library, he'll make a dome around himself of a tiny hut while he reads.
Why is this? Why is he so adorable?
Ooh, I will
'Cause
join
he's not.
him in reading.
He was never a bad guy. He was never. Well, okay, that's a lie.
He just sucked the soul out of somebody.
They agreed to it.
Oh, I feel better then.
It was a consensual soul sucking. Don't worry about it. It was fine.
Snorted him up his nose like cum.
I mean,
So much.
Fuck you.
it's like the that one. I think it was Rush Limbaugh segment. Everything's okay as long as you have the one magic word the liberals want: consent.
God damn it.
Why do you gotta say things the rest of them says?
Because he was talking about letting a lich devour your soul.
Rush them
That's what he was
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
God damn it.
Love
Okay.
D&D.
Yeah. All right. So, are you guys going to sit in the library with Exophanter while he reads?
Is it gotta be story time with Grandpa Exopanther? Or is it be reading to himself?
He's reading to himself unless you guys want to talk. He knows you guys are a little overwhelmed, and he's already sensed that you're not picking up what he's putting down. Remember, as a salesperson, silence is a very important factor.
How long are we gonna be in here? Because I need to know how many hours to take off my.
Well,
book.
it's going to be about an hour between him. Actually, hold on. I got it. Sorry, I'm cleaning up while I'm talking to you guys until I need my reference material. If I look at the map, because you by the crow's flight here. I'll zoom out for a second and zoom in.
Excuse me.
Never.
Enhance.
Enhance. A straight flight between those 2 points assuming you're not going crazy. That's
Well, we're
2
always-
miles. 2 miles. 5. Yeah, you can probably get there and back. If you're just flying straight there, you can probably get there and back in like a little over an hour. It's when you have to go through terrain that everything takes like a really long time. Because also you fly really, really fast. Even when you're not like, even your cruising speed, right? Like if your horse moves at half speed, that's what, 45 feet?
Mike.
Sounds about
But-
right.
Oh no.
Mike
I don't
die?
know what's going on.
He's probably
He might have.
Can't believe you killed Mike.
He fell off the horse. What a loss.
You would.
No. He got maybe he had to mute himself because I don't know. Somebody approached his nostril and asked him to present it.
maybe he's applauding something else gross or horrifying.
Listen. Whatever you got to do to be happy.
Ain't that
We don't got to judge people on what they do in their personal time.
I
use
will.
the wrong terminology. But yeah. Oh, I forgot I have an Electrum Spork. Just scrolling through my treasure, I have backpack wings, a 3-faced visor.
Yeah, you guys got lots of you guys got lots of cool stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so
we also all have a potion of vulnerability.
Yep.
We need to down that and punch this guy in the face.
You
that
know,
doesn't
I
make
don't
you
think that would
invulnerable,
stop.
does it?
I don't think that would stop a powered kill.
Well,
I think it's just resistance to all damage,
yeah.
Yeah,
which is
that's
really
what I
good
think.
if we're gonna go up against them.
Yeah, only one of us will die. It's fine.
Dude,
Yeah.
Strahd has his work cut out for him, man.
And then we will get revived by a
Almost
resident
Basher is
lizard
the
man.
one that's targeted.
He probably has more than one hit points.
It's perfectly fine, guys. Perfectly. What are the odds that I get just chumped out immediately and you all get vaporized?
You just
Hi.
gotta roll higher initiative than him.
If Exothanter was trying to kill you guys,
Oh yeah, he could have
Um,
done it with a snap of his fingers at any given time.
Little
Yeah.
psychic scream.
he'd probably try to kill Hyacinth first. Because you're the best ranged attacker they have. He'd probably try to kill you first.
I give Jake the bow that I have been saving.
Well,
I made my packed weapon into a bow since I have no reason to shape anything right now with a +2 greatsword.
yeah, so we're just waiting for Mike to come back from Mike Land.
I'm always leaving from Mike Land.
Somebody should tag him.
Happening. While this is happening, I'm gonna go get a drink. I shall return.
I'll be here.
What's
What's
happening?
happening?
Mike,
Oh, wait, we don't know where you went. We were so scared.
God.
we even mentioned that you were muted.
Okay. I took my headset off for, and I'm not kidding, like 30 seconds, and muted so I could give a reply. I am so sorry. I didn't know you guys were waiting on me. I missed that exact line.
We've also been yelling at you.
How the fuck did I miss all this?
I
Okay.
don't know.
I don't know, man.
Sorry.
It's because you don't listen to us. That's why.
Maybe
you say, Jake?
you're so busy putting monsters inside of other monsters.
Don't talk shit on my hobbies.
We know you do it with Monster Energy drinks too, just for the pun.
It's true. I'm a monster, and I put them inside me.
Remind me to not be my designated driver on one of your shindigs, Mike. I was actually kind of disappointed that I couldn't imbibe any of your delicious drinks the last time.
Any of my nonsense.
Did you make
Well,
fucking
'cause
weird pineapple shenanigans again?
I made one, actually, just so everyone could try it.
Yeah, because I knew I had to drive home, and like we were,
Yep.
which I want self-driving cars, man.
Oh my god, right?
It's like I had to also take Becky to her photo shoot in the morning, so like I couldn't
Yeah.
do anything. You know what's funny? The chocolate wine. The Giant Eagle near me. I was like walking and I was walking to the Giant Eagle, and they actually sell like alcohol at Giant Eagle stuff.
Yeah.
And there was just chocolate wine sitting there. So I was like, oh, I'll get some chocolate wines for Becky. It's like the day after her birthday alcohol treat because we didn't have a very good day on her birthday because
Yeah.
life happens to us repeatedly. And she killed like half the bottle. Like she killed half of a bottle in like the course of 2 hours because it's so good. It's like drinking chocolate milk, and then the chocolate milk makes you feel warm and fuzzy, and then you drink more. What was that one drink you used to? Oh, that you used to give us that apple. It's like apple schnapps. Was that or that
Apple pucker.
apple pucker? Yeah, that one. If you mixed it, that could do the same thing, where it was just yummy, and you're like, oh no.
All I remember is Mike using pineapple juice, probably apple pucker, and then just 151, and it's just how dare you? Fucking monster.
The secret ingredient is spite.
That was a fun drink. I don't miss hangovers, and like my hangovers get worse now, so I can't go crazy, but I do miss some of that sometimes. Not having like the responsibility the next day, Just being like,
Yeah.
"Yep."
Just gotta give it to your kids too. It's fine.
That's how you have pictures of that I can't like. There's a picture I can't get rid of on the internet because my mom is a jerk.
Oh yeah.
What?
There's okay, so this wasn't at one of Mike's parties. This was like I went to a hotel with Bill's some of his army buddies and
His
Andy,
army butt, yeah. His army butt.
army buddies. And
His army butt. Got it.
this is where the classic
Zach's back. Good.
women are like the Richter scale comment came from, which not super proud of that one, but that's where that classic came from.
Yeah, I've said
Which
some
is like-
profoundly shitty things around high school, college, also.
Yeah. But so it was like this Crystal Skull vodka that we were drinking, and I got way messed up on it. And I got dropped off at home. This is when I was still living with my mom at the time because I was helping them pay bills and stuff. And I never made it inside. I walked up. It was cold, and I just like passed out in my front yard. And like I like a turtle, I pulled my arms and head inside my shirt while I was sleeping because it was like 50 degrees outside. I was cold, and my parents, like my stepdad steps out, sees me outside, right, and his first thought is not, "Good night, buddy. Happy sleep." His first thought is not. I'm not sure. It's fine. This is from when I was many years ago. I don't mind if my kids know embarrassing stories about me when I was younger. His first thought was not like, "Oh man, my stepson's outside. Is he dead? Is there something wrong? Oh gosh, no." His first thought was, Kelly, come look at this." He goes and grabs his camera, and so there's a picture of my mom in her wheelchair rolled out, poking me with her cane. me turtled in my shirt that you can actually see vomit on the shirt. And like, all right, whatever, I don't care. But then it was a battle for years. She kept reposting the pic, like she would tag me in the picture, and I'm like, all right, hey, Facebook will.
My job might one day look at this.
Right, exactly. I'm like, can you not tag me in this? Like,
you can keep it. It's fine, but I don't want this. And she would tag me in it like every 3 months for like 5 years.
It's fucking fantastic.
Wonderful.
Once it's on the internet, it's there. You can't get rid of it. I was kind of mad about that. But anyway. All right, everybody's here. We're all live.
Yeah, Zach, it turns out that Mike didn't actually leave. He just didn't realize he was muted forever.
You motherfucker, Mike.
Worse than Hitler.
I mean,
That's all he knows.
it's not go that far. Okay, so you guys wanted to go into the study with Exothanter. This is about an hour you guys are in here. He puts up a tiny hut around himself and just reads. Reads in silence unless somebody wanted to have a conversation with him.
No, I've used up all my mental energy on a philosophical debate I've probably lost anyway.
I get you. Okay. Did anybody else want to talk to Exothanter about anything?
I'm gonna be dusting my beautiful mechanical boy for a solid hour.
Pervert.
He's gotta look his best, goddammit.
Doesn't even have a nose.
That's rude. That's ableist.
Fuck up.
So, you guys get your short rest in. You swing back. Does anybody? You guys all know what happened, but are any of your characters going to ask, or are you just kind of? All right, hey.
Ask about what exactly?
Wait, Lady
Children are
Walker.
safe.
He dropped off Lady Walker, and then just showed up again, like, you know.
I'm gonna ask her if they're still gonna try and. I'm gonna ask if they're still trying to shoot at us if we go near the place.
Well,
I'm gonna ask if the kids are okay.
Yeah.
and I take a kind of crack us at least a small smile and just go, not at least for another 18 hours or so. Yes. And it seems that somewhere deep down in there is still a living, breathing human. He
Disgusting.
agreed to abandon or to give up custody or to return custody of one of the kids. She still fears our presence. So I suspect once we are gone from this place, she will release the other one.
Well, progress.
Did you see it done?
Oh
Or
yeah,
was
she's
it empty
dead.
words?
Oh, asking was, did she lie to me?
Yeah. Did you see it done, or was it just empty words?
Um,
I mean, I'll tell you this.
in this case,
much. You didn't see it. But what's going to happen to her if she lies?
yeah,
She uses the other child as bait. And also a warning / trap.
she rips his intestines out and uses them to block our sword attacks.
Why you gotta say these things?
It's more important to be evil than practical. This is what I do.
So,
Can we get the hell out of here and go beat up a random half-dead lady?
Yeah.
Training.
okay. So you guys are.
All right. I was
guys are
riding
heroes.
for the duration of that.
You just gotta take it the
But
biggest
I'm
piss of your
horseback
life, I
riding.
imagine.
Do we have a precedent for can you rest while riding if you're not? I would say no, because horseback riding is pretty.
I mean, it's not like you were actually horseback riding. You were kind of gliding, and your semi-sapient
With-
horse was doing a lot of the work.
With flight, yeah, it's a lot different with flying because on a horseback you're bouncing up and down a whole lot. There's not a lot of that. You're just
And you-
coasting.
And you've
Okay.
also got to like actively guide the animal, but with your Pegasus being mostly sapient and telepathic, you can probably have him do most of the work.
Okay, I
I
don't
would
get,
agree with that.
He's on. He can go on autopilot.
I don't get much
Basically,
back.
yeah.
All I get back really is my bardic inspirations.
That is very useful when it comes to a spellcaster. Thank you.
He never
Don't-
uses it.
He
Shut
used it
up,
last
you.
time.
Don't I still have Bardic Inspiration, or did I use it on something?
It only lasts 10 minutes.
You got to keep shouting encouragement. I need a hype man, okay?
Don't worry, I'm sure your horse will start beeping if it goes too close to a mountain.
All right, so what is the plan to get to Kresk?
Well, at this point, it's been a little while now. So she's definitely had the ability to rest herself. Now, it would take you guys a good while at this point, like at least several hours. I'm not sitting at my computer right now to measure distance, but it's going to be a while to get you all there. And then at that point, it's like, where do you think she's hiding? Did she stay there? Did she move on to someplace else? Are you going to ask Extrathancer to scry on her again? You know, is he going to do it for you? So, and then you have to consider what happens if you get there and she's not there.
But we still have that side quest to turn in.
Here, we brought you a dress for the bride of Strahd.
No, the other
the-
one.
the
The other
holy
one that
symbol.
Rosalind picked up.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Whatever that could be.
There is a grave to the west with roses to die, in a place built by healers in a village called Kresk.
AJ, what is that noise?
It's very loud.
That's me ripping a box up and not realizing that it would be that loud, so I will stop.
Touch this holy symbol to the grave to summon the light and find a treasure long lost.
Could always use more treasure.
Uh-huh. I say we do that. And maybe the abbot will tell us where she went.
Yeah.
Or at least help us find
Okay.
Costello.
Or maybe she attempted to kill us again and died.
God.
Okay.
I hate how that's very possible.
I turned push to talk on so I can keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys want to just head up to Kresk and then see if she's there. If she's not, turn your stuff. There's 2 side quests in, and then from there, see what the abbot has to say, and then chase her. Okay. Let's make some random encounter checks then, and let's see how long this trip's going to take you. Okay, there we go. Get my computer back. Okay. You guys are the Amber Temple.
Again.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys keep getting back here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Shenanigans.
Never. There is no escape.
All roads lead to Decanus.
This is why you're never starting your game.
Listen, that wasn't on me. That was on Zach, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
But why?
Because why not?
All right, it's gonna take you guys. I'm just gonna eyeball this, especially because you're going through these mountain passes. It's probably gonna take you a good 6 hours to get over there. Assuming you guys have to basically walk everything. It's a lot different when you can fly,
Can
but
you
trying to
carry me
walk
so
this
I can-
terrain is pretty difficult. I mean,
You're gonna get a free ride on that horse.
he's trying to read that
Can I
book.
ride on the
Yeah.
horse?
He's determined.
I gotta get my whatever the word. I'm jonesing for some book reading.
Okay.
Fix.
So, what are you
Fix.
asking me? What are you asking, Uza?
Can I ride on the back of your horse so I can read?
Uh,
Chrysor.
my horse
The mighty
has a
Chrysor.
name.
I know. I said that in character. The name of the horse. I said
The
it in
bone
character.
horse.
Add a character.
Tell me the bone horse's name.
Chrysor.
I'm going to hop off my horse and lean down close and ask Chrysor if he minds.
Okay.
He does not.
Yay! Thank you, Chrysler.
Okay,
You're
just
my
like Derek
favorite.
said.
I mean, Uza could leave, but you gotta stay because I love you.
Okay.
Can a bone horse blush? It just turns solid red.
Ew.
It just leaks bone marrow. God,
It's just
no!
these, like floating anime stickers.
Is that good or bad? I don't know what's happening.
That was random encounter checks. And now I need to see what happens to you and where.
Yes.
Isn't it fun?
I just like to picture you roll the you roll adult sexy dice to determine what happens to us and where.
Like eyeball.
I think
Yeah, baby.
Hey, better be an undead eyeball encrusted in a gem, because I need that.
they made that joke on XKCD. Checking something. Where the heck is my random encounter stuff? There it is. Okay.
You okay?
I am perfectly fine.
Are you?
Okay.
Yes. Enjoy that for later, friends.
Oh, I saw that. Okay. So as you guys get through the mountain passes, okay, and as you
Fucking
guys
joke.
are in the woods, here, you see smoke.
Finally, warm!
You're warm forever now.
Oh shit. All right.
This smoke is off in the distance, but it appears to be coming
Oh no.
from the west.
The farm?
Mm-hmm.
The winery? Shit.
Oh boy.
All right. Do you?
We're detoring, yeah.
Let's make haste. I feel kind of bad because I know it's an emergency, and I feel like I'm gonna go on ahead. I've got somebody with me that can help out in case of an emergency, so I'm gonna go on ahead and be up high. I want to see what's going on, scout the area first.
Very
Stay
well.
with you or jump off.
You're the backup.
Yeah, you should probably stay with me in case something takes me out.
Wait, take this
Someone will
bow.
have to look over. Or
Borrow this
Chrysler
bow
for
real
me.
quick, just in case.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Okay.
I made it for you.
Thank you.
It'll disappear in 5 minutes, so.
Okay.
You that hole, you guys fly up and you're about, at this point you're about like a mile and a half away. That whole vineyard's on fire.
Oh no.
Is it because we didn't find the other gems?
Oh, yeah, we were gonna do that.
Yeah,
Are
so
we?
many side quests.
Okay, well, the fire is the priority. Do I see any people? I'm gonna get within, like, say, 100 feet of the ground.
Rosalind is chanting, please let this be an illusion. Please let this be an illusion. Please let this be an illusion.
Give me a second. I need to check something real quick.
I'm pretty sure my conjured weapon will stay for 5 minutes if I'm not holding on to it. I haven't looked at it.
So.
I haven't looked at that in forever.
Yeah. Did you at least tell me it's dangerous to go alone?
No, because I wasn't
It's
giving you a
dangerous to
sword.
go alone. Take this, then you get punched.
Where's this Wizard of Wands? Okay.
It only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
Quick, shoot something. Make the most of it.
I shoot Usa in the back of the
No,
head.
You dick!
It's in my nature.
it's
God
not,
damn you!
it's not gonna work out too well. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up some stuff.
How many twig blights?
I will raise my shield before jumping into as thick a crowd of them as possible.
Minimum damage.
No, because it's finally high enough that they will die.
All
You can
roll
still roll. You can
twice.
still roll minimum damage.
You see bodies.
Shit.
Uh,
All right. I'm gonna land. I need to see if they're still alive.
This whole field's on fire.
Oh, they're in like burning bodies.
The bodies aren't necessarily burning, but they're surrounded by burning stuff. There are needles everywhere.
Needle blights.
No, just needles.
Oh.
there probably were needle blights. I imagine they don't stick around in fire very long.
All right. Is there any way I can get down there? I can use some of my. I've got essentially a rod of cold. So
Yeah,
I can
you
drop
could
a
use
cone
that
of
to.
cold, but
You can set. Here's the problem: is that you have big SWAT. Like, look at the map for a second.
yeah.
This is a lot of area, and it's not like they're isolated. It looks like, if you had to guess, it looks like some amount of fires were set in different places. You also notice something else. There's a fire line dug around the winery, around these fields.
What's that mean?
Druids.
A fire line is when you dig up ground to stop the spread of fire. Like, if you're a firefighter, cut down trees, dig a big ditch so that there's a gap that fire can't jump across. There's one that's dug around the entire winery.
Oh, they made a fire break, huh?
Yep.
Fuckers.
Ah.
All right.
There are also, strangely enough, you see, like, actually hundreds of dead ravens in this field, scattered everywhere.
It's even worse.
We were told to follow him, so into the fire we go.
Okay. I have to see if any of these people were alive. If that means like getting real close to the flames, if somebody's burning, then I'm assuming they're gone. But if anyone at all looks like I'm gonna call out if I can. Just if I can maybe get to anybody.
I'm trying to think. Well, first make me a perception check to see what you can, because like if somebody's alive, it'd be tough to spot
Yeah.
through all the smoke and stuff. So first, make me some perceptions. Master of Perception can make one too.
I'm definitely looking.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm still reading.
Man, it's almost
What?
passive.
Fire? Oh, okay.
Ah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't appear that there's any movement.
All right. Next
You
best.
do see. You are able to count. The 20 is good enough. To see. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm pulling some stuff up. You see 1, 2, 3 bodies.
I'll be honest, I don't really want to see them up close. All right.
One other thing you see off in, because you guys are crazy. You see a figure this way,
Oh.
walking
My sheet was in the way.
up
Which way?
up north of the flames. You see a figure walking into the woods. You also think
you might hear somebody in the center building that's burning. You hear some sort of noise from in there.
I'll let Uza know that.
Shit. All right,
Even if that's a trap, you still gotta.
Rosalind. What's the call? There might be somebody in that building we can save, and that might be our perpetrator. Uza says we save the guy in a move, or we try to save somebody in a move that surprises nobody.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you want to do?
We should save the person.
Okay.
Baisher can get back and track it, the possible, cause of the fire.
Okay. I'm not pulling up the sheet for this, like the actual page. As you, that figure slips off into the woods. Let me see. You actually do get a good look at them.
Look like an asshole.
And I'm fine with you knowing their name. It doesn't actually matter. I can't stop you from seeing their name. So whatever.
I have no clue who that is.
She looks to you, sees you guys, flashes a smile, and then darts off into the woods.
Oh man, I am fucking. My thumbs are craving human eyeballs.
Oh, you.
I'm just saying. Who's got 2 thumbs and 2 eyes? Not this guy. Jam him out.
Did you also cut their thumbs?
off?
Did you thumb
You
fuck
get
their
to,
eyes with their own thumbs?
You get to specifically the bodies that you see. You definitely see the body of Davian. That was the elder.
Damn it.
You definitely see the body of his daughter Stefania. You also see the body of his son-in-law Dag. And in the building, you hear crying.
Oh yeah, I will fucking crash through the damn roof if that's what it takes. I will not do that because I'll probably come down on top of her. But yeah, I'm gonna blitz the door and fucking have Chrysor kick that son of a bitch open.
Oh god, you're gonna look horrifying.
Make me. All right, we're gonna do this a couple ways. You get up to the building. You have 3 different entry points. You can try. This building is engulfed in flames. You have 3 different entry points. You can try to come in through the roof, which is cracking. You can try to go in through the bottom floor and make your way up, or you can try to come in through a window. Those are varying levels of destructive, but basically the safer structural path you take, the less checks that you will probably Hold on, let me check. You're balancing how long you're in the fire versus like how much damage you're going to do as far as trying to save a person. Like your best bet, if you don't want to hurt anybody, like on accident, is go through the door. But then you're trying to navigate through all this smoke.
Yeah.
But then you have to worry about the backdraft, and there's also the fungus, the fucking cellar that absorbs
Oh
heat,
fuck yeah.
and then becomes bigger.
All right. AJ.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to alleviate if backdraft is the issue. I'm gonna go with the highest personal risk that I can take.
I'm fine with you guys making
whatever.
whatever decision, but just remember that backdraft is a pretty complicated. Like, how much firefighting expertise do you have in olden
No,
times?
that's what
not going to factor
I'm not
into
coming at this with science. I'm coming at it with fucking magic. As I move,
Nice.
I'm gonna try to start dousing like in critical areas. I can't douse a whole fucking building, and if I cone of colded it, I'm liable to find a screaming child statue. For all I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do instead is,
I didn't realize you had that spell. This is really cool.
yeah. So as I'm going, I'm gonna snuff out flames around me.
Okay. That does mean that you that does mean that you don't take any fire damage. You have
If that lets me move faster, like I will still press on to dangerous territory if I can find this person sooner.
okay.
You don't have a fire shield, do you?
No.
That's how many rounds it. This is how many rounds it takes you to find them.
Damn it.
Oh,
Actually, that's a base. Make me an investigation check. You both can make an investigation, and you guys might be able to take some time. Are you splitting up? By the way, if you split up, Rosalind, you're gonna probably have to contend with taking damage, but you'll find faster.
Just be
it is
careful.
loud in here. It is really hard to determine. Like you heard crying, like the briefest sound of crying from outside, but now that you're in here, this is basically all you hear.
Just be careful. It's possible that the screaming that we're hearing isn't actually a child and is actually the Green Goblin. Just a heads up.
Or it could be a trap.
Excellent.
What
What do you think? Should we split up? I still have myself healed for the day.
I say yes.
if only Sanctuary protected you from the flames.
Well,
Your minimum rounds you take off is 1. So even if you get an investigation of 4, you still take off a round. You were going to lose 5 for every result of 5. You were going to take a round off, and an 18 that would be 3. So you take off 4 rounds from this search. So this takes you 5 rounds to find this thing. Give me 1 second.
Don't call it a thing.
find
That's
this thing.
You don't know what it is yet. I'm checking something really quickly.
Let's hope I can evade the flames.
So you're going to take some fire damage. You're going to take. This is 5 rounds. Jesus. Jesus.
Oh,
It's hot. You're not lighting on fire. Your skin is like hurts in here, and the smoke, and basically the reason you have trouble is because you just come in and it's so overwhelming. You basically get through one room before you just have to flee. Whereas
oh man.
Uza,
Yep.
you clear room after room after room, and I need to check to see how much or what this. All right, so we're gonna see how lucky you guys are. This is how many rounds this thing was protected. Protected for 1
Cool.
round. You guys took 4 rounds to find, or 5 rounds. That means this thing has 4 rounds. Alright, actually, no, that wasn't right. I had to roll D2s. Sorry. The crying after the first 3 rooms stops.
Shit.
You come into the last room, and in the corner, you see piles of blankets stuffed into a corner. The rest of the room had been lit up, and some of these blankets had started to light before you put them out.
Piles of blankets. I'm gonna call out to the room. Are you in here? I can get you out quickly. Start trying to move the blankets.
Okay. We're not trying to be overly grim here, but this is a pretty grim situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is an infant.
Oh,
Do you have healing?
you bet I do.
Okay, because they're not breathing.
Buddy, I don't give a shit if it doesn't do a goddamn thing. Hold on.
I'm sure an
This
infant has
thing-
like
this-
2 hit points.
I don't care.
This child explodes with radiant energy, and you kind of fried from the inside out. Sorry, man. Just couldn't.
No, you
couldn't handle
actually
Microwaved it.
no.
it.
You push this healing into her. The skin, the blood, the somewhat burnt skin heals away, and a brief moment of silence. The world seems to stop. You almost don't hear the fire burning around you as you look expectantly at this small child. Nothing. Nothing. Then she gasps for breath and starts screaming again. This can't be older than 3 months old. Starts
right.
crying profusely.
I'm gonna wrap her up in my wrap them up in my cloak and shout that it's time to go.
Yeah, Rosalind, at this point you hear this commotion. So after you finish searching your room, you book it right over to him. You're out of the fire.
And into the dying pan.
Want me to run the baby
Ha
out
ha!
since I'm faster than you?
You're
Yep.
Is there a window I can jump out of and use slow fall?
yes.
I do that. Assuming it's, yeah. Assuming it won't hurt the baby. Since I slow fall.
No, you can slow fall yourself. You dramatically burst through a window.
Just don't put the baby in front of you.
You do, however,
Die.
take a point. You do, however, take a point of fire damage, going out because basically the building that you're using to slow your fall is hurting you.
Mm-hmm. It's
Just
worth it.
like real life.
Yes, indeed.
But you guys get clear. You get her out of there. Then Uza, you work your way out and pick him up, and you guys fly off.
Well done, guys. Now go find Baba Yaga's fucking evil bitch clone, whatever the hell this thing is.
Yes.
The boogeyman. Okay. The rest of you, kind of waiting around.
Were we
and
waiting
then-
around?
Yeah, I thought you were going.
The problem with where you were is look at these cliffs. So you guys, if you ran the entire time, you're about at the edge whenever they come out. Because this is a little 50-foot incline. You can get through it. It's like, especially with the shield guardian, it would be difficult to do. Navigating, especially around all these hills, like all these tally marks, is actually really difficult.
This is a fucking emergency.
yeah.
Don't fly us.
Flying Bisha! I will happily zoom along like a madman.
You guys can get there, and you guys can get there in a couple minutes just booking it through. It's just you don't get there nearly as quickly as they do because they get to circumvent all the woods and all the inclines and stuff. So you guys meet them right about here, right at the edge of. You come onto the scene of just burning, and they land, and they have a child.
This is the way we decided to tell you.
Fuck
off.
Else we could save.
No, I'm going to say, it's the only survivor we found.
Ooh.
Rosalind is probably correct.
Esmeralda reaches her hands out to take the child from you.
I'll hand her.
She stares into the fire. She says, "This place never stops, does it?"
Maybe it doesn't. But I know one person who's about to be.
Did you see who
Bashra?
did this?
Yes, we did. They went off into the woods there. Do you think we can track them?
Yes. I have survival skills, and on paper, I'm good at them.
Somewhere
I.
deep down, my brain heard you just go like that deep kind of like, oh, yeah, about to say yeah. I just want you to go, no. Just,
Well, I imagine this going, yes, and then rolling a 1.
I keep trying to close your side quests, and then you guys keep bursting them open again.
So you helping me or I helping you? I have a good survival.
I got a +5. How about you, Monster Hunter?
+7.
Esmeralda says,
I will aid you.
If you guys go, we can't have this child anywhere near that. I'm gonna have to wait here.
That's
I
fair.
agree.
I will actually. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the shield guard. I'm gonna toss her the amulet and show her how it works.
Put it on the baby.
I don't think I want a baby's undeveloped mind ordering around the shield guardian.
Oh, it's gonna give it food.
I'm scared of the dark. Punch the dark.
The baby doesn't even know where its thumbs are sometimes. How is it going to know the complex commands? Like, you could give it, like, maybe if it could attune to it, if it knows what attuning is.
Clearly the baby's thumbs are in some things I saw.
I assume it's the same way Flint attunes to anything. Just rub your thumbs on it over and over again.
I don't like
Rubby little fucking dwarf fingers.
I'm checking something.
Actually, I should probably be helping you because no matter what, I would have just a normal roll with advantage. I forgot.
Oh, still exhausted. That's right.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, so you guys
Inspire me, Uza.
survival. Make some survival
Oh
checks.
yeah, I'm gonna give you. Hold on. This is of priority. I'm gonna drop a bardic inspiration.
These are D10 now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, 19.
Yes.
Okay.
Vengeance.
So that was very good. You track her. She definitely walked to here, and then tracks stop.
Probably magic bullshit. Especially if she's with the druids.
You do, however, get a couple things. One, there were multiple people here. You think maybe 7 or 8 aside from her, that then must have went off in all different directions
Sounds right.
from that spot. You also see dead flies. Just 1 or 2, just randomly, freshly killed right at the spot where she vanished.
That is
Interesting.
genuine.
Flies. Like if that is pointed out to me as relevant, I am going to look at the magic people and say, spells. You
Maybe.
need materials, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know any spells it require. I'm not much for natural magic myself.
Or natural magic.
Okay.
Throw the wood spear at Rosalind.
I'm gonna do a quick search of the immediate area.
Okay.
If it's teleportation, we have no way of tracking them. But if, for example, they just have a hidden sanctuary around here, an
There's a wand.
illusion.
Ooh, wand of secrets. Should pop that out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll do that. By now. Oh yeah, I do. By now, it's got to be fucking fully charged. It's been a couple days since we used it. I think.
You
I
guys
will
are good.
help with my eyes.
Nice. One day we'll
All
stick
right,
thumbs
so
in
you-
those.
Someday.
So you're using a charge of that, the Wand of Secrets?
Yeah.
Okay. Find nothing.
Damn.
No secret doors, no.
Those spider
No,
holes. All right then.
It does.
Two.
It doesn't appear to be. No, it's Everybody make me Arcana checks.
Swap knowledge.
Don't you fucking do it.
Oh, now I roll good when I have disadvantage.
Why are you a giant ape?
Because I have my name selected as Giant Ape.
No, that's
That's pretty appropriate, honestly. Of course, the ape is the learned
Yeah.
one amongst us.
she may not have had to teleport
She might have
Hyacinth
flown.
to elude capture.
Flies for the fly spell.
Let me check the fucking fly spell.
If
Okay,
that's
no,
a
it's just a winger feather from any bird.
Oh, I was gonna say that would
I
be
was gonna give
If you
hilarious.
needed
Bad.
flies to cast fly, I would shit my pants.
Because there are spells that are punny like that.
Okay. So it's possible. So here's our. Okay. Poly.
Yeah,
oh, wild shape. Fucking wild shape. How did we forget about that?
Oh yeah, druids.
Detect thoughts needs a copper piece, because penny for your thoughts. Yeah, I fucking know.
know.
Okay. That being the case. Oh wait, we've never seen them wild shape, have we? AJ, is that something we'd be aware of? I can polymorph.
You're aware that shape changing is within the purview of nature druids.
All right. It didn't take us. Well, it did take us a couple of minutes at least to get here.
Yeah,
If
I
they
mean,
turned into a
the
bird-
problem is, yeah, if they turned into anything, like
Yeah.
they could be like a frog just hopping along, and it would be like really, really hard to find them in a whole.
I'm
forest,
guessing
you know?
if escape was their goal, they'd turn into like a stag. Here's my thing. My immediate thing I'm going to look around for right now. I'm going to lean in close, and I know Rosalind's got better eyes than me. And say, I'm going to lean in and very quietly whisper to Rosalind, "This is a weird ask. Do you see any animals or sufficiently large insects that are watching us right now?"
I can look. I whisper back.
Yeah, and there's like a fire going on,
And
so it'd make even
whoop.
more sense if there weren't anything around us. Animals don't like fire.
I like fire. My name means animal.
There's a lizard looking right at us.
I'm sorry, I'm looking something up right now.
She's
Just
just a
a-
version of a lich.
There's just a bear right next to us.
What's going?
No, it is very, very devoid of animals. Like
Any
you
animal
see
tracks
nothing
around?
there.
Sorry.
No, nothing. I mean, well, no, that's not true. There are animal tracks everywhere, but from what you can tell, the tracks lead away from the giant fire, and they seem like all these tracks seem like they're a bit older. Because like you can't, it's hard to tell whether a track is a minute old or an hour old. That's really hard. But it is. None of these look like they are. Like you have varying tracks between like somewhere between 0 and 1 hours, and then some that are older. But like you don't have any fresh tracks that are leading to here. And aside from the like his insane survival check, picking up some random dead flies on the ground, like there's nothing else.
That's one hell of a catch. That's a weird one.
It is. It wasn't a lot though. It was like 1 or 2.
Yeah. That's what makes it. Yeah, I think we're in the right to suspect component rather than. Well, maybe not, because it's either a component or maybe a byproduct. If there's some kind of like druids of pestilence,
They are assholes.
they are asshole, and the fact that they're burning fields seems.
It's a controlled burn.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess
But
they
hey,
reclaim.
You guys cleared a quest off your quest log, though.
Did we?
Yeah, we don't have to return the jewels now.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we revive them.
God damn it! We're just all of us are gonna have to take that stupid fucking game.
Thinking about it after this.
Wait. So what are you guys thinking about?
Potential of reviving these people by going and getting that
Oh man.
thing. Dark gift.
All right, listen. I want to have a no-death run of Ravenloft.
That's really silly. That's really funny. I don't know.
I'd like to make sure we.
The plus side is that the plus side here is I don't tread these concepts out lightly. Like I know this was a big deal, but these people were very intentionally put down and their field burned, and like there was like in the module there was a baby here. So
No, I get it.
yeah, there were definite stakes here, and like I know that was like a big deal, but in this sort of setting, you don't hand wave those sorts of things. We're not going to dwell on them longer than we need to, but like this is a dark setting. Dark things happen. I need to check something real quick.
There's actually 12 infants?
No.
There's actually 1,200.
There's as many infants as there are needle blights.
Why?
That's how you make needle blights.
Why?
You just plant a tree and a baby.
Because Gary.
Oh my God!
Which would win, a needle blade or a baby?
What?
And he needed sufficient sample data, so he had to have 12,000 babies against 12,000 needle blades.
I'm pretty sure the needle blights win. The babies don't have anything.
Hey, if there's enough babies fighting enough needle
I hate
blades,
you and
eventually
this
one
whole
baby will win.
conversation.
Especially if they're teething.
An apparition begins to form in front of you.
Fucking jump back a couple of feet.
It's
Like
at this point, it is a very familiar figure.
Which one? Which of the
I
familiar
say there's so
faces?
many.
It is not real. It is very evidently not real. But the visage of Strahd von Zarevich materializes in front of you.
I swipe.
Yeah, it's probably about time for him to be mad at us.
He smiles.
As he does.
I suppose we're even now, aren't we?
I get it.
I'm.
He says, the longer you stay here without meeting me, the more people get hurt.
We went to meet you, but you weren't there.
Yeah, we went to meet you with fucking like ready to fucking rumble. Just.
He says, and you barely stayed the briefest of moments before fleeing.
We had to go change a light bulb.
You don't know what that is.
I don't know.
He
I'm gonna say
he grimaces a bit when if you mention that you went to. Are you actually going to mention that you returned that skull, or are you not going to say anything?
No, I wouldn't say that. I just wanted to make a joke, which I need to stop doing.
I'm gonna say
You're good.
Character, it'd probably No, go ahead. Go ahead, Uza.
Um. Ooh, we come to your home and ransack your your castle, and you still want to talk? I'm genuinely shocked.
It says,
No, I'm not. That's my. I don't say that.
Yeah.
That's my
I
feeling.
get you.
Yeah, part of me really wants to rub it in what we did, but I don't want to rub it in.
No, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just.
No,
we
I
did
mean
that.
I do.
Oh yeah. It's just.
You guys can make insight checks here.
I'll give it a go.
I
I'm
am.
fucking.
I don't think I'm gonna do great on this.
I get the
I
sense
did better than I thought.
there's no way he doesn't care, right? That was a spit in the face. I thought
We beat up his horse.
we did
And
beat up
his
his
wives.
horse.
Yeah, I don't know if he cared about the wives as much. Considering
Honestly,
he was keeping them in a crypt.
I don't know how much he cares about anything. Like, I get the feeling that everything here is just something he uses to pass the time, and that includes us.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely annoyed with you. Yeah, that's the emotion that you get is annoyance. Just every moment you live, you continue to frustrate me. I would like you to come here and die like I expect you to, so that you can stop interfering with my things. And every moment, every day that I do not meet you, more people that you care about will die.
Your people brought us here. We didn't want to be here. If you just let us leave,
And
we'll
you-
be out of your hair
You,
forever.
he says, he laughs, he says, come. Do you think that I will let you leave after what you've done?
That's interesting to me. I'm not gonna vocalize this aloud, but that means he can. Like, well, maybe not. I might just be reading too much into it. Well,
He says, I think, he thinks to himself, he says, I think Rictavio will be the first to die.
You know where he is?
He... His laughter fades as the apparition fades away.
We need to tell Esmeralda. We need to
Yeah.
find a safe place for that baby.
Don't tell her. She'll be mad.
So Matt, she'll eat the baby.
The rest of
I actually I'm okay with telling you guys this, by the way, because this is like a purely mechanical thing. Hold on. Esmeralda is cool when she's with you, but she actually has, since she's your ally, she has a cool thing that she can do as your ally specifically. Give me a second.
kind of surprised she hasn't brought up finding Rictavio more.
It's been brought. She's looking for him, but so much stuff has been happening. It's been like really hard.
Uh-huh.
okay, so we never made it to Strahd's dungeon, did we?
What, I don't know. Were the crypts' dungeon?
Nope.
So.
Crypts are-
We explored like
Shit, she might have her. Wait, no. Do you think Strahd might have captured him at some point?
maybe.
That explains why he just suddenly disappeared. And the
As leverage,
tiger
possibly.
brothers.
All right.
I mean, still have to
So
find the werewolf.
your ally, right? While she is within line of sight of Strahd, she can, as a bonus action, grant inspiration to somebody every round.
Oh, baby.
I didn't realize they would actually make inspiration a mechanic that people can do.
Oh, I hate it. I hate inspiration so much.
Oh my god,
It's
me
like-
too.
But that's a thing that she can do.
I like it when there's actually a mechanic behind it, and it's not just at the whim. I was like, yeah, you figure it out when to do it.
Can I? I'm just gonna inspiration. Just all right.
So you probably want her with you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. This.
And at this point, if you bring that information to her, she's going to do with it what she will. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the gauntlet has been fucking thrown.
All right, yeah. So yeah, this guy is forcing our hand. We kill Strahd, and then we cover up loose ends because
Time is a factor.
I don't know. He said.
Every day he's gonna kill someone.
I don't know. He does know how to leave. I'm gonna entertain that thought in the back of my mind, though. Okay. I say we take the
if anyone does know, it's got to be the guy that runs the place, or at the very least, he has like a theory,
Wachter
or
owes
he's
hey,
fuck with us.
Wachter owes us as far as I'm concerned, Wachter owes us a favor. She might not actually have any concern for the kid, but they might at least be willing to take
the Mardukov family owns the Blue Water Inn. Man.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
We got you a replacement, kid.
yeah, we got yeah,
That was yeah. They are
they're relatives. Yeah.
they're relatives. So that was his
Oh,
inn. That was his sister and his father and his brother-in-law
all right.
who passed away in the fire. Although you didn't do a medicine check, they may have already been gone.
Yeah, we couldn't really get close enough to do a medicine check without getting burned ourselves.
Yeah. Hopefully that fire dies down at some point, so we can at least reclaim the bodies at some time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do we still want to head to Krez, or what are we doing now?
We go back to Valaki, drop off the infant, and then go straight to the castle and tear goddamn Strahd's throat out.
man, I keep throwing random encounters at you guys. They're just totally changing it, the direction of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could stop at Krez to do the one thing and then go there. That shouldn't take too much time, right?
How close are we?
We are
because-
close to Kresk, actually.
Just
Because
because
Kresk is right
It's
there.
very close to a possible.
If you guys go
Way to
retrieve
kill
that,
them.
I can take the child to the Blue Water Inn.
True.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we're splitting up. Some of you are going to Kresk, and Uza's going to Valaki.
Should anyone go with you, or?
I think.
Me?
Well, I mean, you should because you're the less stealthy of us. Basher and I can run fast and also be stealthy.
I think as far as dropping the kid off, I think the smaller group, the better. Because even if they don't let me into town, this is family for a family who lives here. Even if they don't let me in, I don't see any reason they would keep the child out.
Yeah.
Especially seeing that the vineyard was just fucking burned.
Oh yeah, we still have that
Not a
nice.
good burn.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
Yep.
I don't know.
Didn't kill enough druids.
Alright, let's move, people. Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to cover Uza first.
Okay.
So Uza, you're going to go with. I think Esmeralda wants to go with you because at this point, she's kind of like taken over because she's been holding this child the whole time, and you say you want to go, and she says, "Well, I want to go with this child. I
Okay.
want to make sure she's okay."
But I wanted to have a Jackie Chan-esque fight sequence where I have to hold a baby while fighting off a
I already
swarm
made
of
that
nukes.
reference.
I didn't hear you, therefore I made it first.
I typed it.
Mike can't
Oh,
run.
well, we don't.
I can read. Yes.
You don't have to read. What are you talking about? Okay, so you fly off to Valaki. Takes
Again.
you not too much time. Yeah, the guards see you. Esmeralda says, ignore them. They're cowards. We have to take this child right to the Mardikovs.
Agreed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna borderline hop the wall. Just
Okay.
land, say, I've come, I have come in peace before, and I've rescued Lady Wachter. I will be gone momentarily, and no ill will come to anyone here. I'm just gonna ride past.
Your crossbows lifted to you, but they're more fearful than they are determined.
Okay. They're still gonna try and do their job, so I'm gonna try and put them no, I can't put them at ease, but take the edge off. And say, actually, and since we have I'm gonna kind of play off the fact that we're carrying a baby, and say,
I'm listening.
You tearing boxes again?
no, I think, I just say, I'm gonna turn back and see if they can see the child. Then I'm just gonna say, I am here to help alleviate the suffering of an innocent. Nothing more. And then I'll push on.
Yeah, you're given a pretty wide berth. That doesn't mean that they're not pointing crossbows at you as you go by, but
Yeah.
obviously nobody is attempting to stop you.
Okay.
You are a commotion. Lots of people come out of their homes to look at you and point up at what you're doing, including when you get to the Blue Water Inn, the Mardikovs. The family steps out. Notably, a little boy steps out as well.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a weak smile and say, what's which Mordekov am I looking at? Which?
I don't remember the names anymore. Give me a second.
Dude, bro.
Throckmorton.
No, he hasn't. He's got a name. This is
Dude, bro, McInkeep.
hold on. So that's the Mardukov family.
God, I forgot how shitty those kids looked. Just want to hit them.
But they have the best hair.
Facial hair, yes.
This is Erwin.
Erwin?
Yep.
And
the younger boy is there. The older one is not.
Okay. If he, or as I step up, I'm gonna probably kind of lower down to one knee and keep my eyes on the ground and say, I'm sorry to say I bring, news of the most dire sort. The vineyard, it has been burned. By the time we saw the smoke and arrived, there was but one survivor.
Esmeralda steps forward, presenting the sleeping child. Erwin just stares. He doesn't move. Danica,
Have an infant daughter.
Danica, who's the wife, notices his hesitation and rushes forward and scoops up the child. Erwin just stares. He grits his teeth. He says, inside.
Says inside.
Turns around briskly. Yeah, turns around briskly. Walks into the house. His family follows him.
Let's see, did he say that to me or did he say that to his family?
He said it to you.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll follow.
Okay.
He walks you behind the counter. Hold on one second. I don't even know if I have the blue water in still here. I don't actually think I need that page. God damn it.
Fucking up.
No, I'm not messing up. Trying to drag when you have this many like maps, trying to drag one that you need over is just like a pain in the butt. Because you have to drag it over in sections or it won't actually drag. Okay. Okay. They lead you behind the bar. And let me actually I'm not gonna take you to this page. They lead you into what looks like a back kitchen area. Then he taps on a door and there is a secret door.
Nice.
He leads you upstairs.
I follow him.
This upstairs takes him to the actual second floor. So he goes through another secret door, and that takes you to above the landing where the inn is.
Mm-hmm.
He swings you around another room and brings you to what looks like their bedroom. But he just breezes right past, comes up to another secret door.
God damn, this place
Pushes
is
it open.
people.
Right?
And this can be best described as just straw everywhere. This looks like a huge nest in here.
A nest.
There are a huge nest. There are ravens perched everywhere.
No shit.
Are these guys some kind of raven spy masters?
He looks to you, he says, "We are not who we appear to be.
Oh shit.
We are the keepers of the feather. We are were-ravens."
Oh, it's cool.
Oh shit!
I want to be a were-raven.
I want to be a were-raven.
Oh fuck you! I've been first.
We can both be were-ravens.
We have
I swear to
proposed
God.
Strahd. He does not.
God, I'll deep fry both of you.
He does not, or we believe he does not know our true nature. Or if he does, he gives us a wide berth.
See, you might be getting Strahd on right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm burning these up like fucking crazy, but
You don't see anything around you.
But
okay.
what about above you?
Dun dun dun
Oh,
dun.
Just 30 of them.
No. Okay. I'm gonna look at the very least and just be like, your
Some of the ravens fly down from the rafters as he says this and transform into people.
Damn, I wonder if any of the ravens back at the farm were this.
there were, and then I'm
He
sorry.
says, "My father was a were-raven. So was my sister and my brother-in-law. Our forms on death are that of human, but we are not human. Not anymore."
Say, in spite of this, you have more humanity than most that I have met in this place. I am sorry to have seen you in such circumstances.
We cannot sacrifice and throw ourselves against Strahd. He's shown that he's willing to put us down if it is convenient for him. I doubt he even knew what my father was. He just knew that there's association with you.
Everyone we
But
touch.
you have our...
What's it? They're good.
He says, "You have our support. Where
wherever you go, our ravens will fly with you.
Oh shit, son!
If he says, if you find yourselves in trouble, we will come to your aid.
But what if we were to want to become a were-raven? I'm not even there, so
I-
I can't
I was
ask.
gonna say.
I would say, at the very least, I'd kind of and put a hand out and say, that oath, it is mutual, my friend.
It's
Not
just a
another side
flock-
quest!
It's just a flock of
He says-
oozes
he
flying
says-
around them.
That, he says, I expect you to fulfill that oath by killing Strahd and wiping his memory from this place forever.
At long last, it's a quest. You haven't.
Shut the fuck up.
No. Sorry, I'm fucking up the serious moment.
You're
I
good,
would
you're
give-
good, you're good.
I'd give a
Yeah,
I'd give a nod. Just it seems that is the only course remaining, and he has forced our hand. One way or another, this ends.
hold on, I'm looking.
Sorry, my drama's
something-
coming out.
You're what?
Drama.
Dick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Drama
that's
dick.
what I call my dick.
Well, sheath it back into your nose. It's like a breathing tube.
Oh god.
The worst person.
Instead of an air
Oh,
tank that he's breathing through.
it wasn't a secret door, by the way. It was a trap door that led to an attic area, which is where you went.
And then you die. Use trapdoor.
Secret doors and trapdoors are the same thing.
Yeah, but it
You're
just
gonna start having flashbacks.
Oh no.
You go down the trap door and
Elevator?
you see the same painting as before, just staring at you, doing the slow jerk. It wrestles you.
So you guys bid him adieu, and then go off to meet your friends. As far as the friends, you guys get to Kresk.
Is it on fire?
No,
Okay.
it's totally fine.
Okay, good.
Can we
So-
make it on fire?
Soon.
I suppose so.
I have a
All
way
right,
in.
so I'm catching up to you guys.
Looks like it.
Sounds
Alright.
idiot.
Yeah, you're gonna get there some amount of time after them because they had to hoof it.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna
not-
run to the bathroom
not-
real quick then.
Yeah. Ah, man, lots of stuff happened in the session.
Right?
It keeps happening. Oh, this is what you get for rolling dice.
Yeah, that's been a cool little background thing, by the way. The Keepers of the Feather.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that we didn't
If you
miss
look-
those,
no,
'cause that's fucking
don't
cool.
Go look at the handout. Like, they look like birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
But not in the kids. The kids are just, they look like assholes. They look like penguins.
I want to be a were-raven.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, yeah, there's a whole lot of
Hey,
Voted to the Raven Queen? Hell yeah.
I was about to say,
there's
how would your
there's a lot of bird motif going on here. You've got feathers in the hair, cloak clasp of wings.
you should ask your
Yeah.
patron what she feels about them,
I
because
am not mentioning her name anywhere in here to see that.
no, ask your patron about them and what she would think if you became a were-raven. You know, internally monologue it.
I will do that once I learn that they exist. If I learn they exist. Because it might be a bad idea to actually tell us about this. Because we're probably getting Strahd on at any point.
That's true.
All right, Kresk.
I mean, I'm waiting for Mike to come back so I don't have to repeat stuff.
Wait,
As
you
I'm
have-
also
did I
trying.
miss that?
He said he had to go to the bathroom. I know we can play without him, but I'm not too worried about us. I'm not too
Yeah.
worried about us not getting enough done because this was a fucking productive as shit session already. We got a lot of stuff done.
I'm cool with waiting. Yeah.
I'm sorry that for the interest of narrative, I almost burned a child. I'm sorry.
You monster.
I mean, am I the monster, or is it
Yes.
Yes.
John Wick that's the monster?
No.
Baba Yaga.
What?
Did you ever see John Wick?
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
Remember how they call him Baba Yaga, the boogeyman?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga? Sorry. This is, you guys just saw Baba Isolda or whatever the hell her name was?
Baba Yaga or something.
Yeah.
Whatever she is, she has to be a reference to Baba Yaga, because you don't just name someone that and make them a creepy old lady.
So, Derek, how could you not have watched John Wick 1 and 2?
Because I hardly ever watch movies.
You're a bad person.
Well, that's totally okay, because I've never seen any of the Godfathers.
I heard they aren't that good.
The first one's good. The rest you could probably miss.
I haven't seen it either. Unlike Derek, I don't spend my entire life watching movies.
I'm gonna come in your serum.
You know, after a certain number of punches in the face, people stop living, Derek. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I know.
Well, joke's on you because I'm pretty sure Derek could take me in a fight.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not in a very shape.
Well, you have reach.
Yeah, you got reach though. Yeah.
I have T-Rex arms.
Why?
I mean, I could kick at you.
I think Zach.
That's reach.
I think Zach was probably the most likely to win in a fight.
He does manual labor for a living. He can just lift us.
I bike
throw
around
us
in
somewhere.
water, so I have meaty legs now.
It's true.
I could kick him into the stratosphere.
Who knows what kind of weaponry Mike's proficient with now?
Anal beads.
Yeah.
Is that a? Can you use that as a weapon?
Let her rip.
Yes.
That
Damn.
is gross.
Gotta go
Yeah,
Beyblade
you-
on that butt.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you know what happens when you do that, right?
Yeah, that's where you get the prolapse.
I mean, maybe mostly just poop.
I mean, usually you clean yourself out before you do it.
No, that's how you
Well-
clean yourself out.
They don't. I mean, you can do that, but you don't actually have to full enema yourself like every time before you do anal stuff. That's just not a thing.
Please go into excruciating detail on my Twitch channel
Yes.
about the process
Uh,
of that.
People who enjoy butt stuff keep the outer layer clean, and there's actually not a lot of butt material near the exit. It all resides around the intestines.
The more you
That's it.
know.
And knowing is half the butthole.
There's a YouTube channel.
I
there's a
enjoyed
YouTube
that
channel
too
called-
much.
If you YouTube Sexplanations,
That's a good name.
yeah, she's a clinical sexologist, and
That's
she goes
also
over
a good title.
Yeah, she goes over a lot of like anything you'd want to know. It's cool.
I mean, someone has to do it because we definitely not learn about any of this in school.
Yeah, and it's cool. I mean, you learned, like, I watched a video about like daddies and what a daddy is, and that was enlightening.
Were you preparing?
No, well, preparing for what? What do you?
You're a dad
No.
now, right?
That is very different from being a daddy.
It's like the
But-
one College Humor video, Daddy's Day or whatever. Like Father's Day.
Oh no, no.
No, I don't want
And
to. I don't want to
really
do that.
Sexualizing the other holidays, except for Valentine's Day. Which is the episode where they made Valentine's Day extremely not sexual, which is the opposite.
I mean, is Valentine's Day sexual to begin with?
I mean, in it of itself, no, but most people see it as that way, like romance and sex.
I don't think I've had sex on most Valentine's Days, and I'm married.
Well, that's why.
It's not a. It's not. It's just not a thing. Like,
Not a thing.
It's not
I
a
mean-
thing for you.
yeah. There was a time in my life where I had a $5 bet going about not doing such things. So, I understand. I understand that life. What?
Sex.
Who's having it?
Mike might be right now.
Maybe? I don't know.
Furiously beating.
I don't
Sleepy.
I don't
Beating?
deem it necessary to opine or share about Mike's sexcapades.
Well,
Furious
we gotta
masturbating.
clap for him at some point.
What?
We have to clap for him at some point.
No, I know Mike lives a very different lifestyle. But I don't know that it's relevant to speak of it when we play D&D.
Absolutely. What else will we talk about?
I don't know. Like the fact that no, actually, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
How do I get to Discord? How do I do this? So I go to voice, and then I got to mute myself and deafen myself. There we go.
Mute me.
You're always muted in my heart.
I want to be a were-raven so badly, guys. More than being a werewolf.
Yeah, because there is an immoral complication with a were-raven.
That we
Hopefully.
That you don't know that you know about.
Hopefully. I hope they aren't eating people on the side.
You just crave birdseed.
Craven.
Craven isn't a bird.
It's like that dark power. Instead of eating grave dirt, you're eating birdseed. Or you die.
Yeah, if Matthias was here, he'd go right to them and say, "Bite me, bite me, bite me, bite me, bite me."
No, no.
Stop until they bite him.
No, they gotta put their thumbs in your eyes. So it can be the raven's eye.
He'd park his ship right here, just to be an asshole. Next to the wizard's tower.
Hope he blows up. Like
Yeah.
touching it. Oh no, it's deactivated now, isn't it? Ran out of juice.
Yeah, it recharges.
Oh yeah. You gotta put that on your ship. A giant Tesla coil.
Yeah. At least you didn't call it a boat.
It's a schooner.
Did I call it anything?
They said you can put it on your ship.
Shit, I fucked up.
Fuck up.
On your wooden sea vehicle.
You gotta put it on your dinghy.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
No.
From Tommy Boy.
Man. This is a big fucking module.
I'm back. Is anybody else here?
Hi.
Yes.
I hear background noise from Mike, but I assume that means he's not actually here.
No, that's his default state of being.
Yeah, he's just
All right.
static.
All right. Like Static Shock, like the.
No, it's more like white noise on a TV that's about to have like a Japanese ghost pop out of it.
What?
The Ring.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes. Yes, dubiously.
That's where he exists. Spreading his spores. When you analyze the footage, it's just the sound of his butt constantly emanating spores.
Beck, you were looking for this, right?
Dirty.
How long is he going to be gone, do you think?
I don't know. So, depends on how much is in his butt.
I don't know. I don't think he has demands placed of his butt during D&D, but like I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't think we're doing anything anymore. I think we're all just here, hanging out. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Hanging out with our tits out.
Hot.
Rocking out with the cocks out.
Less hot, but I'm okay with it.
Jamming out with the
I
cocks
don't-
out.
With our
I don't
clams
have
out?
my
Yeah, with the
I don't have
clams
my
out.
wiener presented to anybody right now. That seems a bit excessive.
Oh. Is that...
That seems
I
like
thought
a waste.
I thought that's what we're all doing. I mean...
I assume that's what the sound was of you whipping things.
I'm just saying, you guys have never ever seen me in weeks. You don't know what I'm playing right now.
I've DM'd naked before.
I mean, why wouldn't you? If there's no video and you're comfortable, that is prime D&D condition right there.
Yeah, I don't want to have like butt sweat directly on my seat.
That's why you put a paper towel down, or an actual towel down.
I don't want to destroy an entire roll of paper towels because my butt sweats a lot.
Isn't that what they do in moose colonies? They just put stuff like that down before they sit? Because
Yeah, it's just like you put like a puppy pad down, right?
I want to play Sekiro.
I want to sleep.
That's
Not
dumb.
allowed.
If we're getting tired and want to cut it, we can. We already got a lot done.
I don't want to cut it just for me, for my sake. Who knows the next time we'll D&D?
Probably about 2 weeks.
Probably.
Yeah, 2 weeks is a good schedule.
Yeah.
Not long
Yeah.
enough for us to completely forget everything that happened.
Speaking of which,
I mean, this is a pretty emotionally weighty session already. So
We can't save them all.
I have Saturday and Sunday off
Right.
next week.
Oh man, we're gonna kill Strahd's horse next time.
So
Definitely.
Friday would be my best day.
well, I don't think we're gonna play again this week.
Oh, I know, I just have Saturday off, so Friday.
You're talking about next week?
Yeah, next week.
So I'm definitely not playing again this week. 2 days in a row, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything else going on next week, but like I don't know, that like the wind can blow in a different direction, and suddenly I got something else going on. So
I also have sick time that I can use too.
don't use fucking sick time to finish a D&D campaign.
Listen, I'm not gonna use it any other time.
I mean,
Yeah, does it not get cashed out?
I
or
don't
does it carry over? Or...
I'm not sure. Like, it's
Because-
a newish thing for Rhode Island.
Oh.
Paid sick time for part-time.
Oh, just like state mandated. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of
As long as
upsetting
they
that
don't
it's
do it
recent. It's like, why isn't that always the thing?
Well, companies sometimes will, if they leave a loophole, they'll take it, and it's like really annoying. Like
Ugh.
when Obamacare went through, right? I got a part-time job because I was in debt. I only lasted this part-time job for like, I don't know, 3 weeks, and then it started like damaging my relationship with my then girlfriend. And I was like, oh, is this hurting our relationship? Me trying to work 2 jobs? And she's like, yeah, kinda. I was like, oh, okay, I quit. And I just never went back. I mean, I think I made the right decision because I got married to her. So,
Yeah, probably.
but I was at Pizza Hut, and aside from the general manager, like nobody was allowed to work more than 29 hours a week. Nobody.
Huh.
And you know why?
Oddly specific number there.
Yeah, because they didn't want to provide insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they had the gall, right? I went to some stupid meeting of theirs, and they had the gall to say, "No, this is for your benefit, because the government's going to make you pay for insurance. This is for you." It's like, man, some people like being able to work. Like, you won't give anybody more than 29 hours, no matter what. That's just like made everybody's job so much harder. Like staffing, when you can't schedule somebody full time, just becomes infinitely more difficult for no real benefit other than he's not wanting to lose some profits to providing healthcare.
Yeah.
Real dumb.
Yeah.
Somebody tag Mike. If he's not going to be back for like 20 minutes, then I think we're just going to be done. Like, I'm not mad about it. It's fine. But he's been gone for a while.
Unless he's been muted this whole time again.
No. We've been talking about him enough.
Hey,
And we've been hearing his static.
The last time.
Anytime we're not hearing a static, that's when we should be concerned.
Yes.
That's the thing, though. I tune out the static because it's not like thrumming in my ear. It's easy to kind of block it out after a while. I don't notice it until you bring it up again.
Maybe you're a butthead.
It's true.
You considered eating a big old bowl of feces pieces.
Mm.
Not that hungry yet, but
Oh, the better were you pissing?
I'm scraping off a bowl of corn into the sink.
The better were you pissing?
Did you hear the clank? Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I just assume it's your dick colliding with things nearby. Knocking knickknacks off shelves. Oh, I'm gonna be 30 soon too.
Yeah, buddy. You having a party?
Hell no.
Oh.
30.
Do you want a party thrust upon you unfairly without your consent or knowledge?
I will pull out a lot of knives. And bring one of you fuckers down with me.
I mean, do you want us to just send like money to your house?
well, yes,
Oh, okay. How much?
all of it.
No, sorry. I need that. I need money to live. I can't spend all of it.
Then you're worthless to me.
God, I was wondering what my computer was doing something weird like a couple hours ago, and apparently it was Microsoft installing OneDrive on its own.
What is OneDrive? Is that
fucking
Google
know.
Drive?
It's some stupid like file backup thing that no one I know of uses.
It's probably just like a cloud backup, like Dropbox and other things, but I don't... Why did you install this for me? God damn it, Microsoft.
Because you probably agreed to it in your terms and conditions or something.
Yeah, probably.
Which sucks, like. But I hate when there's like mandatory applications or programs. Like I have
It wasn't my computer fucking up like I thought it was.
What can I say?
I have a program on my Samsung phone called Bixby, and there's a Bigsby button, right? And it's like
Same
Samsung's
here.
assistant.
I hate it.
And like, I don't want to use it, right? I don't want to use Assistant. I just don't want it. And like, I'm fine with that functionality being there, right? You want to install it on my phone, fine, cool. I can't uninstall it. And I can't remap the Bigsby button. There's a button on the side of my phone, which is the Samsung Assist button.
God, do I
And-
have that too?
It's so annoying because I hit it on accident all the time.
On
And
my
it's like-
phone, it is directly beneath my volume.
What
Stop
happened,
pooping.
Mike?
Okay,
Never.
this one doesn't have that.
Yeah, we were waiting for you for many moons.
Been
Because I
years.
might have to repeat a bunch of stuff.
Oh shit.
That's fine.
No, you just
I've
did.
been
Don't go
clean.
back.
I've been cleaning up a bunch anyway, because I got company coming over, and I'm a perennial procrastinator. So, no, what? No, what?
I'll teach you.
do you know how many times that's like been the opposite of hot and gotten me in like enough trouble that like
I would imagine
my
every
wife
time.
doesn't. My wife won't even kiss me for like days. I don't know how many, but it's been a lot. If I could not procrastinate, that would be cool, and I would probably do that instead of procrastinating. But
Yay!
here's the life I live. It's fine. I'll and unlike some other occasions, I actually will get everything done this time. Just pushing off until a point where I probably didn't need to. Okay. So you guys roll up to Krez. I'm trying to think.
I forget if we
From
got
where
banned
you
from here
guys
last
were.
time.
We did.
We are
Broke-
banned. They
broke
said
their lake.
We're banned from everywhere. Just
yeah,
assume
that-
that.
That's right. Last time we were here happened to be when
King Clyde
Strahd
was
got
like,
"Yeah,
mad
you
and
just-
blew up the lake.
Yeah, you guys destroyed the sacred pools.
Man, we should have let Tatiana just dive into that
Oh yeah,
or,
no, that
arena.
definitely. Yep. Yeah, you should have. But the sinister thing is, you didn't know you were supposed to, and you had like one moment to make a choice. And like the one time that you should have been trusting is the time you should have, but like you guys had no way of knowing that.
Cool.
Like, like it's rough. You guys didn't do anything wrong. It's just this world. But don't worry, she's
Be
dead
happy.
Oh, she's so dead.
now. Yeah, you guys like powderized her.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, you guys roll up to the gates after. I want to say about. It's gonna take you like 2 hours to get there. So actually, if you're flying, Mike, you
Mhm.
might meet them there because like you can get to Velaki really quick, whereas they have to like walk with the shield guardian and wind through the path. You can just go up and over. So you get in your way. Both you get to fly in a straight line to places instead of following the path, and you're way faster than them.
Bitch.
So I think you actually will catch up to them before they even get there.
Hi guys, guess what I
Yeah.
learned? You know those ravens that are people?
What?
What?
Actually, yeah. Do you do get to them about like 10 minutes before they get to
Yeah, that
Krez?
was something
No,
I brought
actually,
up while
yeah.
you weren't here. Is like, are you? Maybe it was a shouldn't tell us about that in case we're getting spied on.
No, actually, that's a good point. I've been pretty fastidious about that. I'm not going to mention it right now. Not until I've
You have see invisible as the spell still up.
What? No, that only lasts 10
That
minutes.
is that's an
It
hour.
lasts an hour.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a good spell.
No kidding. All right. So what is it? Is there any
No.
orbs around?
There are not.
Okay.
Tell me.
And say it was not a happy visit, but I've learned more about our strange allies, the ravens.
Uh-huh.
It turns out, I don't know how else to say it.
They're delicious.
They are, I suppose, a clan, like the werewolves, but I don't get the same haunting hunter presence that I got from the werewolves.
That's incredible.
I like having more allies here.
Agreed.
I wonder if they're as powerful as the werewolves were.
They cannot so brazenly join us in a full-on frontal conflict with the villain of this land, but they have voiced their support. And that is not nothing.
No, it is not.
What about you guys? What did you guys get done?
We just got here.
Yeah, they just got it.
Excellent. Thank God.
You guys can leave that revelation sitting for a little bit. If you want to do something with it later, you can.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
guys roll up to the gate. The guards see you. They see Uza. Oh, no. No. You're not allowed here.
Surely you would agree that a simple entertainer like myself is a lesser threat to you than a walking, breathing abomination of a lich?
Also, he turned on that light over there.
They see, so they go, what? What's a lich?
A lich! Haunted terror of the Amber Temple. A wizard, blessed with cursed unlife, consuming the souls of others to sustain themselves. You have a recent visitor, to that place which no one treads. Your abbey. No one but us. This is an evil that we have clashed with, and we wish to see it done away with before the misguided but benevolent abbey caretaker unwittingly aids it in its course to become that which we fear more than all but lord of this land.
The guy,
You're good at
what's
big
there he
words.
says,
Fuck you.
go. Just, we're not allowed to let you in. I don't know what you think business you have within the Abbey, but you can't come in. I'm sorry.
Run up the wall and open the gate.
Fetch your master before I kick down the damned gate.
Hold on. Are you just gonna run up the wall?
I'm just gonna run up the wall and open the gate.
Well, nothing. Yeah, they just you can what? No, that's it. They just
I'm gonna
walk
go.
inside.
Go
Balls over the
airborne
eye.
and just say, sorry, have you met the new Chrysor? Just,
I
God.
think someone sold you a lemon there, pal.
No, by the way, they're fucking terrified because instead of riding a magnificent beast, you're riding a skeletal winged abomination.
Yeah, this place
that's
sucks.
fair. And say, granted, he's not eating as well lately. Let's go, everyone.
Before we go, I'm going to pass along something to the guards.
Hidden stone.
Is it a thumb?
I am going to pull out the ewer of infinite wine, and I'm gonna say, pour a water skin into it. Have a drink. You're welcome. And also,
It's
something-
the only wine.
We finally brought you fucking people wine. Just
So wait,
As a ma-
are you giving it up, or are you just pouring them a glass? What are you doing?
I'm gonna offer that up for them because it's the least I can do to attempt to settle the scale of their holy lake.
Yeah, but now they're just gonna keep it themselves.
I'm going to make perfectly sure that it goes to the master. He can deal with it. And if not, I'm gonna pull out one of the rock talons I've been fucking
okay.
carrying around.
If you say Make sure this goes to the master. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna tag a little performance or deception on top of that, and say, Beshra, surely the master has wine enough for himself. Patrolling the walls is thirsty work. These men deserve it far more. Now, onward! There is evil to slay.
I'm gonna go to where the thing told me to go.
I'm gonna shoot a side eye at Uza, but I'm gonna follow his lead. He knows these people better.
I politely wave as I walk in.
Somehow we've been in 4 or 5 different zones just tonight.
Uh-huh.
I adjust my crown and walk in.
Listen, at some point we're gonna get to those places we haven't been yet. I forget the names of.
There's only a couple. You guys have actually been good completionists here.
I think there's like the one town that got blown up at some point. I forgot the name of it.
Have you guys been in?
Ruins of Perez.
Yeah. I haven't been
Oh,
there
that
yet.
reminds me. As before we go, I'm gonna look to them and say, the mad wizard who currently or who infests your town, and I'm gonna give a full description of what she looks like.
Do not engage.
She is an elf. Should make her fairly easy to spot. One dead for over 300 years, personally slain by the agents of Strahd, now seeking this cursed unlife to return herself, to free herself from fear of death.
I sincerely hope you're giving a detailed thing. Otherwise,
I'm trying.
It's gonna be like the elf decimation in The Witcher 3. You're like, some of these guys might be able to Skoya tell. Let's just kill a bunch of them so they don't get any ideas.
Well, he was giving a description.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she was. They're dust. They're all gone.
For one, it's an elf woman, the only one presumably.
I'm just saying. Well,
no, it's a good point.
I'm just saying saying it's an elf that's been dead for 300 years. Like, do you think they keep track of fucking births and deaths here? Really? Do you think they care enough?
Well, I mean, he is giving a little Uza flourish.
Oh yeah.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point. So what I'm definitely gonna say that
focus on the physical aspects. Yeah.
For until tomorrow's dawn, her magic will be limited, and she will be forced to use either the gate or scale the walls. Be vigilant, and we will expel this and this evil will not escape. Oh, and who's the burgomaster in this town again? I'm not asking them that. I'm asking.
I forget.
I'm bringing his name up. He's Krezkov. I know is his last name. I think it's his last name.
Now that I've given
something Krezkov.
Now that I've given a rousing speech, I'm gonna then turn and go, Oh, and do tell him I'm sorry. I was very rude last time, and he's always taken really good care of me. I just want him to know I appreciate it. Onward to slay evil. It's the one place where everyone actually would know me.
Yeah.
For better and for worse.
For better or for goddamn worse. Maybe they think I'm fucking crazy. I was a homeless drifter for a while.
Oh yeah, they think you're a goddamn baddie.
But
your tokens are bad on this map.
I already fixed mine. It's cool.
You guys keep coming back to places you haven't been.
I had 69 hit points when I was here last.
Yeah, well, alright. So Chaser. I wish that the sheets weren't like all broken forever.
I think maybe you just have to reassign them. I made like a test campaign just to fuck with character sheets.
I tried that actually. It didn't do anything.
That's stupid. Delete it.
Unassign things, reassign them. It's like the vision keeps like reverting. I think I have global illumination on this map, so it doesn't actually matter that much. I think I do.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the place to put the holy symbol before we come here.
Was that in the Abbey?
In the town or outside the town?
I don't remember. It was just like a grave or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys actually, let me pull you. Hold on.
Grave to the west with roses that never die.
Yeah,
A
so
place
you
built by
guys would
healers.
come. If
Sounds
you
like
guys
it'd
were
be
coming
here.
to the Abbey, there are graves down here that you had to walk past before you got here.
Look for the one with roses.
Okay.
And
Let
then
me,
cut a rose, and if it doesn't die,
Instantly. I think the fact that there would be living roses in Ravenloft is already,
that's a good point, yeah.
or Barovia.
Ravenlovia.
Just call it Ravenrovia.
Fuck you, I just said that.
No, you didn't. You typed it.
Type you.
You're a bad person, Mike.
Person, Mike.
Okay,
He's
so
a bad Mike person.
you guys walk down here. Stunted pine trees grow out of the rocky earth in the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked panes of leaded glass. Ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall that surrounds the graveyard, the ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below, and the view is breathtaking. Quite nice up here.
I'm gonna be so pissed off if the holy symbol just causes light to aim where the fucking sunblade was.
Carved in, so you're kind of walking around, and these gravestones have what looks like long dead priests or nuns. You see a bunch of different nondescript names. As you walk around down here to the south here, there's one down here. Yeah, buddy. You see a gravestone that's carved with roses. On it, it has a 3-inch diameter, about a 3-inch diameter, sun-shaped indentation on its east side.
Clever.
And engraved underneath it is the name Petrovna.
Wait a minute. That sounds really familiar.
That's literally who you guys just. That's the area you came from. That quest, right?
Yeah.
That's the person you talk. That's like the apparition that appeared. Let me pull.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm pulling up. Yeah, so Tasha Petrovna, healer of kings, light unto the west, servant, companion. You, when you picked up the holy symbol that was around the skeleton, you had that. There's a grave to the rest with roses that never die in a place built by healers in a village called Kresk. When all turns to darkness, touch this symbol to the grave to summon the light and find a treasure long lost.
All right.
I will do that. Put the holy symbol in the 3-inch diameter slot.
Okay.
Shot.
The holy symbol and the indentation vanish.
Jeez.
You fool!
A ray of golden sunlight breaks through the clouds to the west and shines upon the grave. The fog and the gloom shrink from its brilliance as the sunlight causes the gravestone to crack and crumble.
Is that the first time we've seen genuine sunlight here?
Yes.
God, that's fucking wicked.
Oh, baby.
The gravestone just crumbles away.
Whoops.
You see something shiny inside of it.
I will search the rubble and grab the shiny.
Climb directly into the grave.
It is a ring.
Die.
Ring.
Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Banana phone.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I don't want that.
I will scoop it up, make sure there's nothing else there, and then run it over to Hyacinth to identify.
No, I'll do 10 minutes working on that, I guess.
It's a thing, it's a thing, it's a thing, it's a thing. Tell me what the thing.
And I put it on.
What the fuck? I guess we give it to Bashra so he can be more immortal.
I put
Hey,
it on.
hey. Chrysor could really use it.
Nah, dude. I have too much cool things. Give it to someone else, please, God, please.
God. What the fuck? Why is there a ring of regeneration in this?
Be the tankiest of tanks.
I guess put it on the shield guardian.
Well, ring regeneration's good, but it doesn't like help you in combat in most cases.
Yeah.
No.
No, but it's just out of combat. That's real good.
Mhm.
Whenever we're just wandering around the castle, eventually.
Indeed. It does
I think-
require attunement though, so you can't just pass it around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn, that's good.
I have far too many bits of jewelry and bling. Someone else
And
take
you
it.
can get 10 more hit points with your spear.
You guys go to give Bayshore the ring, and he just splashes his hand, covered on every finger, just bedazzled with rings and chains. I'm sorry, I don't have.
Come on. I have 3 fucking necklaces. I have the Shield Guardian's necklace. I have the Ring of Warmth. I have the fucking 2 platinum rings. I have too much bling to go around.
Who gets their ass beat the most, other than Bashra?
Rosalind.
We all
Mike's
kind of,
usually.
I know usually Mike does, but whenever the rest of us get our ass beat, we get our ass beat hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. My max hit points is 87 if that affects anything.
Also, Ooze is the one that can pick us up.
Yeah, he
Typically.
does heal us.
I'm
Well,
just
you guys
saying.
noticed.
But I mean, also he's kind of obsessed with power at the moment, so I think letting him not have
I
power is a good
I
idea.
am not, and I'll kill anyone who says I am, and take their items.
Okay, listen. You don't know what body part that soul is residing in. So if you put the ring of regeneration on, you could just start carving off parts of your body until you get the right one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're not wrong, but that's kind of horrifying.
Or we can keep giving things to Bashra so he can make temporary weapons.
What? Cut off your own hand just so you can? Dude, how gnarly is that?
Yeah, it's okay, guys. Every couple weeks, I just take all of your hands, and then we just make a bunch of darts. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
Don't
I
like
hate
D&D
you.
anymore.
There was an X-Men character that could do that, right? They would just shoot like bone shards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
saying.
think her name was Marrow or something.
That sounds right.
I'm just saying, Mike. If you get the Ring of Regeneration, I am like legally required to take your legs and make 2 javelins every week.
How are you gonna be like this?
It's for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good. Personal.
Hey, you don't need your legs. You have that's fine.
Beck, do you want to keep this card?
Ooh, just cut off your legs and surgically attach you to your horse, Chrysor.
Yeah.
Look, Beck. See, it's quite.
People don't like you. They tell me a lot.
Getting there.
I know,
Like I know I got a sweep in here, Beck, but like for the most part, I
but
actually got.
hate is the
I mean,
closest emotion people will feel for me, or closest emotion to love that people will feel for me.
And that's your fault.
Uh-oh. What did I do wrong?
No, that's
No.
your fault.
No, we're taunting Jake.
Just for that, I'm
I
keeping
got more to
this
do. Alright, so you guys have a ring of regeneration, but you're not attuned to it yet.
one.
Then
Bless you.
side quests pretty profitable in this game.
Yeah.
Right?
When they don't die.
Yeah, when the side quest doesn't die.
When the side quest isn't assassinated by Strahd personally.
Yeah, when Strahd fucking wants somebody in this place dead, they fucking die.
Yeah. There's not
Who
much you
knew?
can do about that.
Alright, so, add a character. What do you think you should do with that ring?
I don't know. I generally don't know who like needs it the most.
You guys can you guys can figure it out as we go.
I mean, I took damage
Um,
from, the fire, so
Out of character in this particular instance, I'm saying this is your side quest. You get that ring.
Okay, yeah. So if you want my opinion, I think that
because I don't want to be greedy. I have the sun sword and I have that
you
book,
also
which I'm
very
reading.
rarely you're like so. If we want to, I am totally fair with you taking it. If you want my opinion tactically, of course it goes best on the barbarian, because you have sanctuary. You don't take damage first. But
I wish that was the case. Remember the fucking revenants?
That's what I'm saying.
They
Whenever
failed
we
like
do get our
twice.
asses beat, they get beat hard.
yeah, okay. And so I think
Like,
that
I
would be the way
I
to
went
put it.
how
If you
long
put it
not
on,
taking damage, and then I suddenly had all my health gone twice in like an hour.
yeah. So if you put it on Beishra, the end result is going to be a padding our victory. Like, the end result is going to be basically padding our victory. Because Beishra is huge and meaty, and this makes him even harder to punch through. That is shoring up our strengths, and that's generally not a great strategy. Honestly, your best bet is planning for what is the worst thing that can happen. And the worst thing that can happen is, if we start getting totally shithoused, if I go down, there's no way to get me up if we don't have potions. So it's a really good fallback as far as like.
Technically, that's not true. As long as I can escape the fight with you on my shoulder, I can just pet cemetery you. It's fine.
Sure, but it could be hours before I wake up.
And the thing is, it won't regenerate unless you have 1 hit point.
That's fair. That's fair. I can see that. But if I can concentrate entirely on healing you guys, and I don't have to worry about myself, that's really important to my longevity.
Yeah.
I rolled a deception. God damn it, you guys! I'm fucking lying to you.
Are you? I mean, it's reasonable.
It's a good lie.
You're making good points.
I don't believe it.
You
Please,
just catch him every time.
Rosalind, just look at me and go. Yes.
No. Here's what happens. I look at you, smile, glare, and slowly place it on my finger.
Is it the middle finger as you're flipping them off?
Yes.
Are you guys doing this in front of the grave, or are you doing this in the courtyard?
No,
We should do this as we walk.
I'd run back to them.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I had Hyacinth to identify on it. Hey, that guy's there.
Yep. He walks up. You guys kind of don't. He is quiet. You almost didn't notice him at first. He just kind of shuffled up and says,
Oh, have it.
I'm glad you found that. I think this world could use some goodness.
You're not wrong, friend. But we have a problem. You recently had a visitor. A visitor who has nothing but corruption incarnate. Someone returned from the grave, or a vengeful spirit returned to the grave, desperate to prolong their existence. An elfin woman.
He says, yes, poor Lady Petrina.
I see. Sir, you have a kind heart, and I for one, appreciate the need to give aid to all who request it.
I don't know. I killed her.
Oh. You, sir, are a blood-soaked psychopath, and I respect that. No, I'm going to say, but sadly, preventing the harm of others requires us to find this person. Do you know where they've gone?
He says, I do. She is recovering in the Abbey. She has recently returned from death and told me she had an ordeal with a creature, an undead creature of pure evil. She also told me that you were on that creature's side. That you conversed with it, rationed with a
And she seeks to become it.
I'm gonna hold a hand up and say, um, those that know me know that I have a way with words. But you, sir, you are a man of divine power. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the clerical magics?
He says, yes.
Then I trust you will recognize this. And you say, one at a time. Everyone, please step into the circle. I will go first. Step
Are
inside.
you casting this on him?
No, I'm casting this in a circle right in between us. And then I'm going to step into it. And kind of gesture to everyone to come follow me. And say,
Very well.
the circle compels truth from all who enter. Strong-willed are able to resist it, but anyone in our party would be gladly willing to step forth and voice their testimony. And I say to you, the woman within has attempted to had set out with the intent to capture and sacrifice a woman to a lich. In effect, there is also very compelling evidence that said woman had an interest in pursuing lichdom themselves, to whatever horrid end that entails. I suspect the preservation of their life.
He steps into the zone with you.
I don't care, bitch. Is all he says, and he walks back out.
He seems to fail the save, though you suspect that because he literally stepped in. He says, she has wickedness in her, yes. But no one is beyond saving.
So pure.
She is under my care. I will guide her to the light.
Can you promise me that? Can you promise me that on the stake of potentially numerous lives?
He says, I cannot control where she goes. She leaves here and decides to commit evil despite my kindness. That is her choice. But there will be no blood spilled in my abbey. This is a holy place, you see. He smiles. He says, I'm sure you understand.
I do.
Oh, you're married now.
You have a... You are a... uncommon individual, sir. Nonetheless...
Yeah, I'm not gonna force no fights on his plate.
Nope. No. I will take you at your word, sir. For you have done nothing but, or you have given us nothing but kindness. Just be aware. The one that you are dealing with possesses power beyond that. Of even the mightiest mages I have seen in my time. Powers over the mind, teleportation, and ultimately a fear of death that drove her to abandon her own brother.
He says,
To that
yes. She apparated here. I suspected strong magic. But my faith will protect me. I do not fear her, as I do not fear you.
Oh, and before we forget, I know it's kind of late and it's probably not really needed now, but here, I hand him a dress.
He stops. He says, "Oh,
Oh my god!
yes, he lifts it up. He says, This is. Excuse me, a few minutes."
Some part of me just said, "Sir." This isn't in character, but all I wanted to do more than anything else was to lean in very closely and say, "Don't you see? This is fate. Fate has brought this woman to you to be Strahd's bride.
Oh my god.
No.
You must bring Strahd here to see his prize."
He's gone for about 10 minutes.
Is he coming back?
Are you
with
guys
us?
gonna wait?
He
Okay.
kind of implied that we should wait, right?
I will wait momentarily.
I want to see what he's doing with this disaster.
Then he comes back out with his beautiful bride in her dress.
This fake Irina or whatever.
Vasilka. He brings her out wearing this dress. She actually looks quite nice, except for the fact that her skin is stitched together.
That's all right. I can work with that.
She says, "Oh yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh, you've done it. You've really done it. I can now contact him. We can wed Strahd. We can relieve this land of its curse. Everything will be well."
I'm not sure if that'll work since it didn't get better when he actually did marry her.
He looks to you like you just told him that cows drink blood on the full moon.
They don't?
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Of course, this will work.
The Count has been wed. Well, for a short while.
He says, "Perhaps then it just takes the right official to wed them. Perhaps then a ceremony by me would be more successful. I am quite devout. I have
I
faith."
believe you.
says, You've done me a great kindness. He thinks to himself. He says, This land is plagued in these dark times.
Yeah.
Sometimes champions of the light fall. If you find yourselves with a fallen companion,
I forgot that's why we wanted to do that.
Oh yeah.
I would be willing to use the light of the morning lord to bring them back from death.
How helpful.
We can.
Baisher's back there. Oh, yeah, how helpful. Because he can do the same thing, and now he feels less useful.
Oh no, that is genuinely useful because I have a limited.
I'm going to see and say such gifts are rare. The extent of your magic, I've seen. I've been actually. That's I'm trying to ask. Returning from death, you require a corpse.
He says, yes, the Morning Lord's gifts are powerful, but it requires one has died recently.
Understood.
Well, unfortunately, the long dead are beyond my reach, and those whose bodies have left this realm entirely are also beyond my reach.
Well, sir,
You're too kind.
the course on which you place yourself is a noble one indeed. Noble and perilous. Some might even say naive. You bring me hope, sir. I truly, truly hope you were able to reach. You were able to reach this woman. For the in attempting to prolong her life, please inform her of only this: that her attempts at prolonging her own life have cast her brother into the same hell to which he lived his life to save her from. That course does not yield dividends. Be well, sir, and may one day this land be free of the curse. I'm speechy tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if your characters know this. He is not in the same place that she was.
What? Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, she died in the... Oh, I assumed it was just everybody. If you were an elven... Well, no, she became a banshee, and those are formed whenever...
No, you misunderstand. He's not dead and has a soul that's trapped somewhere.
I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. That's a very good point. Hold on.
Yeah,
Wait
he's
for it.
Oh,
he's
Blunder.
gone.
I'm not gonna fucking tell her that.
I actually don't know.
You're not gonna tell the sister about that?
Actually, you know what? That's a better point. No, you're right. There wouldn't be a point, because she'd try to raise him if she actually cared. It's either meaningless, in which case telling her does nothing, or it's something she'd try to raise him. In that case, let me switch it up a little bit, because you're right. I forgot that he was gone. So, like, in that case,
talking about
in attempting to prolong her life, the struggle ultimately cost her brother even the gift of existence. And for that, I am sorry. I have...
He says, he bows his head. He says, "Safe journeys. When Strahd accepts his new bride, I will be sure to send you an invitation to the ceremony."
Oh, I'd rather die than miss it.
Bayshore quote rations our people and remain silent.
Oh no, I was...
Oh, yeah. Nothing Bayshra wants to say would actually help us, so he's...
Yep.
Mm-mm.
He's a good boy. He's trying his best. He's a bit of a dingus, but bless his heart.
Listen, the abbot.
Actually, that's a good
dude.
point. I'm going to lean in very closely and say, you should know. I happen to know.
Standing. Actually, no. That Zone of Truth went away because he left.
Yeah, I'm going to say you should know. We have recently had an interaction with Strahd. We know that he will be of foul temper and unlikely to receive gifts well for the next couple of days. It will pass. Spend that time readying yourself. But that's just my my tidbit of advice from one matchmaker to another. Out of character, I just want him to not try to summon Strahd before we go face him.
Yeah, I also want him to not try and summon Strahd, and Strahd thinks he's like allied with us, so he just kills him.
I don't want him to summon Strahd at all. It's just
he smiles. He says, "Sometimes we must give those time to grieve. If Strahd is in a period of grief, I will give him that time before I wed him."
As ever, you are too kind, sir.
This place is full of a lot of characters. That's for sure.
You see a curtain shutter up in the window
Thumbs up. How you doing up there?
from the second floor. You see a curtain draw, as if somebody was watching you.
Mm-hmm. It's time. I think it's time we go. I don't want to. I don't want to fight to break out.
Yeah, I don't want to have to fight this guy.
No, I don't think I could. Like, even if I'd just fucking book.
It'd be like having to fight Blinsky. Just
Oh my god! Don't make me think about that.
Why did this happen?
How did we get to this point?
I mean, the Abbot's probably a bit stronger than Blinsky, considering he can at least cast
people.
something. Yeah, but he also can't. I don't know if anything can stand in the way of you guys.
Oh,
You guys are
plenty of things
ridiculous.
can.
Probably a lich, maybe.
Yeah.
It's still a firm maybe. A full-powered lich.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to fight a lich, especially, dude. I am fucking. Today has just been me fucking crushing on my powers. I have been draining spells like crazy.
But you've been giving good speeches too. Hmm?
Yeah.
Weirdly in character.
it's like
today.
at this point it's evening. I haven't been keeping track of time, but it's like it is evening because you guys went up. No, so you guys started your day at the pass, right?
Yeah.
Started your day at the pass, then you found out that you started making your way up, then Katrina kidnapped Lady Wachter, then you went back down, then you left there, went back up, rescued a baby, then went to Kresk, or no, they delivered the baby all the way to Valaki.
I'm glad we got someone with a flying mount.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't. I
I
kind
run
of
moral
hand
errands.
waved
That's
it.
what I do.
I kind of hand waved it, but you guys, that bridge is like totally fully collapsed at this point. I know that you guys have methods of getting across, so it's not a big deal. But like that bridge at Selenka Pass is just gone.
Tie ourselves together and jump off.
Always the solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suicide pact.
So from this point,
It'd be a suicide pact for you guys. I could survive that fall.
Me too.
are we all going to attempt a long rest?
I've got limited time here, guys.
Well,
I
we
mean that
can't-
for my blessing, that is.
Yeah,
There's
it's
another
evening at
problem.
this point.
You gotta hurry up so Strahd doesn't murk more
Yeah,
people.
another day, and too bad there wasn't a way
Yeah.
for us to get there, long rest right outside the castle, and then go in. Let them know that we're here.
I mean, we could.
I
try
think
doing
he's
that.
gonna. I don't want to be that close to him while I'm resting.
He
I'd
might
laugh.
be able to dispel your tiny hut.
If he can, I will be shocked. Alternatively, I like the imagery of him just standing outside, but just staring at us, waiting.
Playing a trumpet so you can't rest.
Oh, you dickbag!
You are the fucking worst.
And Oos is the one using the tiny hut, so he can't cast silence.
I can go.
I
punch
can't
him
cast
in the
silence
throat.
anyway. I don't know it.
You're a cleric. Oh, you don't have second level slots, do you?
I have 1 level in cleric.
Listen, I don't keep track of your nonsense.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I
You
think.
forgetting that you have that level of sorcerer mixed in there somewhere too.
I think
Okay,
sleep is an option.
Yeah.
in
I think
real
I think
worlds.
sleep in the real world is a good option too.
Yeah. In general.
All right. So when we come back, we need to decide where we are going to go to rest. Because although we probably could rest in the city, I really don't want to rest right near.
Lady
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
You guys could just go in, kill her, and then run away.
No. I don't want to. We could. I really don't want
I
to.
don't want to make the abbot disappointed.
Just
They
ask to use the bathroom, and then go
Beisha's
in when you
offer
talk.
was if we couldn't spill blood in here, like I would happily just truss her up and walk her outside for you, but
It's like the kidnapping Strahd strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. More
What?
Reddit stuff. Today I learned Bruce Lee had his underarm sweat glands surgically removed in 1972 because he thought underarm sweat was unphotogenic on film.
well,
It's
I didn't know that
theorized
was
this
a
may
thing
have
you could do.
it's theorized this may have contributed to his death through a heat stroke, exacerbating the cerebral edema that killed him.
God damn.
Well, damn. Yeah.
So
Probably
less
still worth
sad
it.
news. Yesterday, coming home from work in the van, I lost my blue marker. Today, I was in the same van. I didn't find the marker, but someone did write the Konami code on the back of one of the seats in my blue marker.
Why?
I don't know. I just sat in the back and there's just like Konami code. It's like, huh. Someone has my marker.
You gotta hunt them down and kill them.
I guess I do. But they have 30 lives.
Depends on which game they're from.
No. It's a different kind. It's the Dead Space marker. Now that they have the marker, they've got to scrawl codes all over the
fuck
walls
you.
and secrets.
Who let you have words?
But it's a blue marker, not a red one.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Why is anybody allowed to like any of you?
I don't think anyone does like me.
I'm waiting for Jenna to like walk up and
Just
hit
total quiet as soon as you say that.
She's sleeping over there, so, I mean... Although she is sleeping right next to a hammer.
you.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not liked either.
Oh yeah. If you ever want to play Fallout 76 again, as bad of a game it is,
Yeah,
let me know.
I might play once the thing comes. I know you guys all hate it, but the PvP changes. They're gonna turn off, basically practically turn off PvP
Yeah,
in
so-
adventure mode. Which is cool.
I might go for the opt-in because that shit's actually just not fun. Especially with people like taking advantage of the slap damage thing. Like, hey, you're a pacifist, cool. I can kill you with slap damage by eating a bunch of the duplicated bobbleheads and kill you anyway. Fuck you. You can't do a thing.
Yeah, they're turning off slap damage. They're also shortly after, although not immediately, going to make your camp totally invulnerable to anybody you're not hostile with. So
Please do.
there will be instances if you want to PvP with somebody, you can. And there'll be certain places there's some events which are PvP events, that you have to you'll get flagged. But if you never want to be flagged, you never will.
I'm okay with this.
That sounds convenient. They just gotta make the rest of the game better.
And then, I think they've been doing obviously they fucked up with the release, but I think they've actually done a lot of work to make it a worthwhile game.
Yeah.
A lot of the game-ending bugs, and they fixed the duping, right?
Like I said before, it's probably going to be a No Man's Sky situation.
Yeah. I mean, it took them long enough, but
Apparently it's getting a huge update later.
Mm-hmm.
Big multiplayer update.
so when you and another person find the same planet, it's not like, haha, just kidding, this isn't real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they actually have functional multiplayer in it right now, but they're planning on complete massive update to it. They
That's
didn't give any
cool.
details because they learned their lesson about giving details about features they couldn't possibly add.
I mean, that's what people like I think you absolutely should hold companies responsible for failed promises. Like absolutely, you need to hold them responsible. But like I think what the internet hate mob doesn't always understand is it is very rare that the game developers intentionally set out to steal your money and make a bad game, right? It's usually like they just overscope themselves and then just have to rein it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem is whenever you get I feel like the problem is in most cases is the No Man's Sky thing was a case where like dude hyped himself up. That is all his fucking fault.
That's like a Molyneux situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where like with like the 76 thing, what drove me so fucking crazy about it was
They just kept.
I was
up.
watching the E3 hype, and whenever like what happens is there's two kinds of things. There is we genuinely tried to make something good and it botched, and then there is shit. It's not going to be ready on time, but we're not willing to invest the time to push or the money to push it. We're going to release it as is and do whatever we can to boost game day sales. And so it's sort of like the loot boxes thing, where, or not loot boxes, like the pay to win, or like like loot boxes in where you basically have to invest more money into the game because they're trying to squeeze as much out of it as they can. But it's a fine line to walk. You're allowed to have good marketing, you really are. But when somebody feels like they were tricked,
Yeah.
that's
That's
when
not
I think people are allowed to be pissed off at the parent company.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be in. Speaking of loot boxes, which is, I mean, not really